Welcome back to the Lifespring Age, episode 33, The Prodigal's Daughter. Aeon and Azalea rest in Greencrest for one more day, whilst the rest of the Starlight Syndicate head towards the destination of Wheatscale, a small farming village. They cause somewhat of a stir upon their arrival, and one of the party draws more attention than the others. Follow us on the socials. So let me just log in to the ye old Roll20, because guys, guess what? You bitches leveled up.
Can you tell
level
me
7.
why is there a Haster?
Oh, that's everyone in this map.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Everyone that we could possibly drag in, we dragged in.
When did we level up?
Now?
Today we're leveling up now.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
I'm not prepared for this.
It's gonna be like a session of leveling up, so it'll be like a flavor level. I don't worry about like
a level
leveling. What the fuck am I doing? What
Can I click set level 7?
Well, first of all, I would like everyone to roll your hit dice, so we can all laugh at everyone who rolls lower than a 3.
Okay, I'm scared.
How do
6.
I do it again? I always have
You
to
can
ask.
just roll it in Roll20.
I have
6
So 1d6, right?
D6 for Drew.
No, it's D8 for Druid.
It's a D8?
It's a D8 because it's
I
only.
feel like it's a D6.
It
No,
says
it's
d6
Sorcerers and Wizards.
unless I level up and then it changes. Yeah, it's d8 now.
Oh.
No, it's always been a D8.
Yeah,
Oh.
that changes.
James, I have fixed HP.
That's you do, don't you? Oh, that's disappointing.
You reroll once.
Yeah, no, you don't.
James, we've always done reroll once.
No,
Don't, because
in
Laffy's already so squishy.
James, you've said reroll once a
Have I? Okay.
number of times.
I personally don't like re-rolling ones.
There you go.
But if you-
There you go.
There you go. That's a fucking swing,
What did I
man,
roll?
isn't it? 1 to 8.
Oh, okay. Right, so how do
I, as I say, on my cleric, I rolled so far under average. It was criminal. Everyone else, like the fucking sorcerer
Really funny.
with a +1 to con, had about 20 more hit points by the end of the campaign,
Oh,
and I was a
no.
hill dwarf who got extra HP on every
Oh.
level up. It was awful. It was
So-
really. I
Or is
permanently
muted,
died.
by the way.
Oh, pre-muted. Maybe
I
he's
don't
How
know.
do I do my health?
He was
If
here a
you-
minute ago, wasn't
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
click manage HP,
Yeah, but I forgot I
Yeah.
muted myself.
if you click the level up button,
Yeah,
Yep.
yeah.
if you just see that number says rolled HP,
Yeah,
if you just add 8 to that,
yeah.
Yeah.
there you go.
It
There
says
you go.
15.
Yeah,
What?
because that'll include your con as well, because it's an odd number, probably.
It
Oh, wait,
shouldn't,
that can't be
it
right.
shouldn't be 15.
It says maximum hit points 15.
Oh, that's
What?
definitely wrong.
Can you share your screen?
Was there an attack that would have done
Oh,
taken max HP?
No, not
It's
in my
because-
session.
Poisoned with like
That's what I was thinking.
Elf
That's
Viagra or
alright,
something
though.
like that, like
That's
to
right.
decrease your HP.
No, you need to add 8 to whatever the number was before.
You don't just put 8 in.
I don't know what the number was before.
No, neither
I
do
can
I.
tell you, like, we might have your hit points on the other screen.
I can possibly. Oh, that's true.
1 second.
That's including bonuses already.
Because, yeah, it includes what it was just 8, adding 8 to whatever it was before, which I
Yeah.
don't remember what the number was.
Yeah,
I
but we
feel
can
like
work it
it
out,
was.
Where was it? What was the map?
Wait,
called?
doesn't
I don't
her
really
token still have the
That's what I was
HP
saying.
bar?
Yeah, it
Yeah,
would
I'm
have
trying
been
to find
the one
Wolf
where we fought the
Return.
guy last session. Oh,
I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to think what I've called it.
I don't know what the
But
name
tongue,
is.
here we go. Sorry, I was looking for a coloured map. Laffy had 37 hit points before.
So 37, so it'd be 38 now, I think. Because it'd be a +7 from
That's
Khan.
bullshit.
Wait,
No,
so
because
it
we
went
were
up by
level 6
1?
before.
No, because
Should
it
have been
adds the 7.
31 before. Should have been 31 before. Add 8 would be now 39, and it will
39,
re-add.
There you go.
Yeah.
Because it adds. So if you just click off of that, just like there you go, 46.
Yeah.
Okay.
You also get
Sounds
to
right.
add the Constitution bonus.
It does it automatically.
Oh wait, Beth, scroll up. Okay, yeah, you get your spells as well.
Yeah. You
Fourth
get level 4
level?
spells now.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Level 4 spells. You can also pick. There's like a manage spells option, which is much easier to do than adding them through
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. I know.
Are you right? Go to just as optional features.
I think she has that ticked. We did that last time.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
What do
Because
I
you were
get?
missing out on some probably relatively okay spells. But yeah. So don't worry about that just now. It's more. So you've woken up in the morning. You've gone to. You've had a discussion. I can't remember what we did last time.
Well, we ended last time walking from the old woman.
Yeah. I
shop.
can't remember what I did Oh, of course, you went to speak to the mayor. It just feels like
Yes.
a long time since you played.
Because it was 2 weeks.
Really. Was it?
It's not a very
was last
simple
week.
conversation
Oh, that might
with
be why it feels longer.
Amber.
Yeah, you had your conversation. So
There was a
what's happening? Yeah. What's happening is because Aeon and Azalea, so they hung back a little bit. Aeon, because he felt somewhat awkward about like turning up at this woman's house that he's met like the day before. It's like, oh guys, I don't think I should just rock up to your mum's house. And Azalea's like, she's heard a rumor that someone saw like the direction that Riptide was floating down the river in, so she's gone to investigate that a little bit. So presumably they will catch up in due course. But Aeon's gonna stay in a local inn. Well, let me just move you to the map that I've painstakingly created within about 35 seconds. Oh, I've already done it. Okay. So, yeah, you guys are coming in from the far left. It's not a great map, but I did it earlier this morning in a freezing cold room, feeling like I was going to pass out.
Also, like from here.
Yeah, coming in. It's like there's no... It's not perfectly to scale. It's more to give you an indication of where things are in the world. This is... Wolf will definitely know. This is Wheatscale. It's a village. It's like a farming community, just on like the orbit of Cadonshire, which is like one of the big cities outside of Haven Orel in Algadane. Cadonshire is, in my head, and I need to flesh it out a little bit more, is a very fun city. It's like lots of art there, lots of performances. It's like there's a bard college there. It's really cool stuff. But it's quite a like when I picture cities, I picture high things. This city is surrounded by these jutting crystal. Do you know? I can't remember what they call, but you know when you ram wood into the ground to protect against cavalry, you know, you got the stakes coming out the ground and you're sharpened at both ends. It's like that, but with giant crystal. That giant like geodes of crystal that ring the city, and it's not like aggressive looking. It looks more like a dragon's at some point like blasted a breath weapon, and these things have just never disappeared. And basically, within the city, everything's made out of like wood and a little bits of stone. There's not a lot of building materials here. They can't use the crystals. They can't break into it, and they don't want to because they're worried about if they break it, the whole thing will come down. It's good for defense. So this city is just covered by these like turquoisey like crystals that reach out, and when the light hits them, they're beautiful. It's just really cool place. Like a lot of people travel there for like it's like it's Hen Night Central. It's like what Blackpool should be. Like it's like the Vegas, you know what I mean? Like people go there to have a good time. It's a nice city. It's really fun, and it's surrounded by like all the cities in Algadane. It's surrounded by a couple of farming towns, villages, communes. This particular one is called Wheatscale. It runs along side a river that you've kind of been following down from Haven Oil. I don't think I've named this river, so I probably should think about a name for it. But it's quite a soft running river where they carry building materials down the river, and it's a cool place. And Wheatscale, well, definitely Wolf would know is where she grew up, really. So you coming over, you've left the town of Greencrest behind you a few hours ago, and you're walking, and as you come to the top of this gentle rise, this whole this vista in front of you, golden corns, trees. There's lots of farms.
James, the corn is golden, right?
The corn is golden.
Not
Occasionally
purple.
Not purple. There is rainbow corn there, but it's like normal rainbow corn. It's like the old school stuff. That's on like the other side.
Inside the corn.
That's like fucking 15 days hard.
I don't care.
You
don't trust the corn.
Against the corn's persuasion.
I don't trust the colonel around here.
Yeah. Remember, you've got hero points.
Lord.
James,
Yeah.
presumably we're not gonna do the level up on Olio in that case, but I have a question.
Of course.
Sentinel,
Yeah.
Oh.
how would that work?
What's
I
the word?
don't believe it
I
works
can't
with
remember.
your echo.
Your
So if
echo, it does. You can't take opportunity attacks through your echo because it's
I
not.
think you
moving.
can.
Wait,
I
hang on.
can.
There's one run.
You can take an opportunity attack with your echo.
yes, I can do that, but
How would Sentinel work? I think Sentinel, it says your.
Echo Knight Sentinel. I see. Because Conveniently Google. When a creature you can see within 5 feet of it echoes moves at least 5 feet away from it, you can use your reaction to make an opportunity attack. Yada yada yada.
When you hit a creature with an opportunity attack, speeds come 0, so it would work. Because the wording of Sentinel is when you hit a creature with an opportunity attack.
Yes,
Okay.
but also the second part, when a creature within 5 feet of me makes an attack against a target other than you, and that target doesn't have this feat.
So the feet. Oh, so are you asking it with 5 feet within the?
So
echo?
if I were surrounding an enemy with me on one side and like
the
within
echo on
5...
the other.
No, not on. I was next to the echo and we were slashing on the same guy.
Mm-hmm.
Like.
So you because the opportunity attack is coming from you, you can't. If it attacks its echo, that.
No. If the guy here attacked my echo,
Can you not pick a different feat? This is so complicated.
The echo doesn't count as a creature. That
The echo doesn't count as a
Oh,
creature.
for fuck's sake!
Yeah.
But it doesn't say a creature; it says a target. In Sentinel.
That's actually true.
Oh my god.
Technically, words is written. Tanuki's
Yeah,
correct.
yeah, okay, if you want. I mean, I personally don't think it's a great feat because it just encourages me to attack you with range, which is already busted as shit. But yeah, I don't mind.
Range
Okay.
attacks are fine.
At least I know that it works.
Yeah, rules is written. Everything of Sentinel works with the echo.
Yeah.
I think.
What button am I wielding?
Well, the thing is, right, if you and the echo are stood next to each other attacking, I can reposition myself on the other side of the echo. I've still not left your melee range, and that would just.
Yeah, you've lost the one.
Yeah, but you've lost one.
You've moved out of one of the ranges.
Yeah, but I'm still within his melee range by that logic, though. By the same logic, I'm still within.
But I
his melee
think
range.
I don't. It's such a weird.
It is weird. Yeah. Sentinel was designed before Echo Knight.
Yes.
Sorry, not Echo Knight.
Yeah,
it is Echo Knight, isn't it? Yeah. Sorry. Yeah, so it's not ideal, but I mean,
I think most of it would work. It would just be a bit of like finicky.
Where are you? I would pick a better feat, but never mind.
I'm still looking through the list.
Yeah, you don't have to choose right now. It's going to be a leisurely level up. That takes us through. I know for a fighter, it's quite a good one because you are 1 level warlock, now 6 levels fighter, so you get your extra juicy feet. Juicy feet.
I didn't like that sentence.
No,
Ew.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear about Kudo's extra juicy feet.
Yeah. Let me get back. Let me get back to the description of Wheatscale.
Why are my feet extra juicy?
Because you get an extra one as a fighter.
Yeah, and rogue.
You have 3 feet.
3 feet, yeah. So as you are progressing through down this, the road was very well trodden, and it banks off sharply to the right just before you enter this map, so you can go south down into other farming villages in this particular area. The areas of Algadane are named after the main cities, so this whole area is just Cadenshire, and then there's a city. It's Cadenshire, you know, like New York, Barovia.
New York.
So that's fine. That's all fine and normal and dandy. Banks down south towards what was the name of the place? The capital city, whose name I've completely forgotten. Let me have a look. I've got it here. Ratshinchester.
I was so close.
Rastinchester.
That's a name.
It is a name, isn't it? But you come over this hill and this beautiful, like, it's like it's the golden hour. Everything looks. It's a height of summer. You can smell the perfume of this wildflowers coming from the south. There's the kind of like umami, kind of almost dusty smell of barley and corn and wheat that's coming up. You can hear birds in the sky. You can hear animals mooing and neighing and clucking and barking or whatever. There are a number of patches, like thick, dense patches of trees. If you can imagine, for the sake of scale, it would say maybe take you 2.5 hours to walk down this road to the bridge. Like kind of a leisurely pace. It's quite a wide open area. It's like 3 to 5 miles across. Wolf, you know this place like the back of your hand. You've always, you grew up here. There's a particularly nice looking like center area you can see, just about a mile away now, just down the hill. There's a little pond with a mill that's churning over. I say little mill, it's quite a large mill. It looks like it's communally owned. There's a couple of different trellises outside of it. There's a heady smell of like sweetness and honey that's wafting from one of the farms. It seems a really nice, chill place. There's a little brook that runs across with a
Don't
couple
like the
of.
word seems.
Yeah.
Well, it gives off the vibe of a very nice, chilled out place. There's a couple of bridges that you can see from where you are that are wooden. What I as a kid used to call Billy Goat Scruff bridges. That you will clatter as you walk over. They look like they're kept in reasonably good repair. The road kind of gets less and less traveled the further into it you get, but kind of like there's like a minimum amount that it hits. It doesn't become from Cadenshire to Haven Orel. It's just it gets less and less the closer you get to the city, because like not many people come this far out. It's farmer village. Even though this place is really nice, it's a bit of a pain in the arse to get to. You've got to go through all these small towns and villages. What else can you see? There is a small chapel or church, and from where you are, kind of the top of this small rise, as you glance across, you can see 4 farms. The one here, Willowbrook Ranch. Obviously, I'm not going to give you the names, but there's one at the north, one in the centre, one almost right next to you now, and then there's one you can just kind of see beyond a river and behind a copse of trees. The trees are all very relatively low. Don't get much higher than about 15 foot tall, and they seem to be quite willowy or fruit trees. And in my mind, they are willow or fruit trees. They don't give great wood for building. Like the wood is not ideal for building, but like this place is full of these small little forests and glens and little copse of trees here and there. And yeah, you can hear like the sound of animals and children and people and milling around as you head down towards it. And the vibe of this place is very different from Greencrest. Greencrest was almost a little bit busy, had the oppressive air of this horrible fight you'd had. Haven Orel's very, very busy, very, very close. There's lots of cool things to do, but there's like an element of danger around every corner. This place is a little bit more like Midsummer Murders for our British audience. Like it doesn't give, but there's no one being killed. It's like Midsummer Murders before the murder.
That's Midsummer.
Yes,
it's arguably worse.
It's Suffolk. You arrived in fucking Suffolk, and so yeah, it's nice and chilled out. And as you stood there observing, you're looking down. There's this warm breeze that comes up and brings this heady aroma of perfume from the south. You can smell like a little bit of salt water. Maybe at some point the river may turn from fresh water to salt water. And the smell of like fresh water and plants, and just the vague smell of farm animals, not overpowering, not disgusting. It's quite a nice natural smell.
Mm-hmm.
Here's a question. Because obviously there's the main road.
Mm-hmm.
How, if I was to go, can't. So so obviously there's like the main road is that way.
Yep.
If we were to go like down, how long would that take? Like through the
it wouldn't take a huge amount longer. It would be a nicer walk as well.
Yeah, that's
it would take about the same amount of time.
Okay.
The only problem is that the trees can get quite close to each other, and they're just kind of thrown on there for visual reference. You would know that being in this part of the world, like it's not like these. You're not expecting to come across like an ancient dragon in these places, but it wouldn't be completely out of the scope of imagination to run across some kind of predator that might be after like a wounded like animal. I'm like every 1 in 100 kind of thing. Like maybe there's a
Pokemon tall grass moment.
Yeah, kind of. I'm trying to think what the name, like a blink dog or what they call displacer beast, like that's got it in its head. Like not like super dangerous. Like you like as a group, you think it'd be fine, but it's not safe to go alone. Here, take this kind of vibe.
Yeah.
Well,
like,
if
the road is safe, but the forests are wild is probably the easier way to say it.
I'm just trying to think what's the most like a scenic way of going. Actually, let's just go across the road. I think we'll point out places as they go.
Yeah, the Golden Acres farm, which is the one you're closest to, is the largest and most prosperous. There you have a large kind of they have large fields of wheat and barley. They also seem to be growing what looks like rapeseed and a number of other like useful things. They have small collections of animals there, and the animals are just chilling out, like gorming out, looking at the sun, like directly into it, kind of thing. My
They're all
eyes.
blind.
Yeah. As you walk through the Wheatscale Inn, or the center of the town, again doesn't have like a specific name. It could be called the Square, or what you might just call it the Inn, because that's the place that most people go to. There's also just on the other side of, and this really is like the very definition of a brook. It's like at some parts you could wade across it. But there's only 2 bridges, and they're very wide set bridges, and they look like they're very the maintenance of the bridges look like they're probably one of the chief civic concerns of the area, because if the bridges were to collapse, it would cause a bit of a problem. Not an insurmountable one, but it would be a pain in the ass. So, as you're walking down, let's go to somebody. So, Kudo, have you had a chance to look at the feats yet?
Yes.
Okay. Would you like to elaborate on that single word answer?
I have seen those feats.
Yes, I took Sentinel.
Oh, okay. Okay.
James, your disappointment.
It's just like oh, I'm a barbarian. What people say? I took Great Weapon Master. It's like, of course you did.
Daring today, are we?
Daring today, are we?
Oh, okay.
Don't forget the adventures now, do we?
Everyone remember, we got a hero point back if you...
You got a hero point back, yeah. It is the vanilla ice cream of feats for a fighter to take.
Oh, stop saying the word feet.
Sorry, well, feature. Sorry. I'm not saying feet. It's the
No, I know, but it's because you said juicy feet before, and now...
Ben should have been here when James was talking about the feet fest. No one thought that we were talking about strength.
Yeah.
For all our feet fetishes,
stop.
sticks in the.
I will tell you what as well.
It's been nice, guys.
You would know that the feature fest, or what isn't it? It's the Featured Adventurers Fest or whatever. I can't remember
You
what
made
it's
it,
short
James.
for.
I don't
No, I
know.
didn't. It was out of a book. I just don't have the
Well,
book.
there you go.
It's over there. I can't be asked. I feel poorly. The Feet Fest is like a semi-annual event. It may well be on in Cadonshire later in the week.
Okay.
So you remember like last time there was what was different about it was that there were like unique lotions and potions to buy. That stuff, you won't be there.
You can buy lotion at the feet first.
Yeah, that sounds.
Potions,
Gems.
Potions. You could buy potions and tonics at the
Feature Fest.
Feature Fest, yeah.
Yeah.
Feature Festival. The FF. Let's call it the FF.
Oh god, that sounds bad.
You should have just renamed it.
I should have just renamed it. I'm going to call it the Adventure Fest. The Adventurous Fest.
Hey, I like that.
AdventureCon. AdventureCon.
Yeah, yes.
Yeah, AdventureCon. Yeah. Previously Feet Fest, but renamed. Yeah, our marketing department strongly.
There was a centaur here a few years ago. He took offense because
I was creating characters earlier for like people you might meet if you do go to Cadonshire, and I was in a really silly mood because I'd taken some lem sips, so I came up with John Paul Gaultier, the safety fashion designer.
Oh my god!
I was really happy with it. But yeah, anyway, you might meet him at some point. Yeah, so you've come. You're walking down.
Are we talking about leveling up?
Leveling up, yes. You've taken Sentinel, which is wonderful. You've taken average hit die because that's fine. I appreciate it. If everyone else rolls, I feel like I obligatorily have to, but also don't mind taking one.
Well, what's Kudo's hit points?
I don't mind rolling if it's good.
Yeah,
that's fair.
Well,
what's Kudo's?
I'm already squishy.
59.
Okay, that's good. What's Wolf?
75.
I have
75. How the fuck is
the
75?
fuck?
I rolled so high every time. I think this 6 I rolled is the lowest I've rolled.
That's insane.
Yeah.
What
pretty sure
class
the
are
D10.
you?
The hunter's a D10.
Okay.
I just keep rolling 7, 8s, and 9s pretty much.
You
8,
have
9s,
to put a
and
lot
10s.
into con with those guys as well.
It's the
don't you?
power of love.
Well, my con
And by
is...
that I mean you steal the hit points
Oh, my
that
con
should
is
have gone to
fucking-
Laffy and you take it for your
No,
own.
I don't do that.
That's
my con is +2, so that probably helps.
yeah.
I haven't done Rusty. I've given that to Best, remember to roll for Rusty. as
Oh,
well.
of course. Yeah, you're right.
Roll for Rusty. I think
Roll for Rusty.
Friday's also D10, so I think if...
Yeah.
But yeah, so Kudo, how does that look? So you're walking down the road, you've had this really rough fight the day before. What is going through your head that's like kind of untapped the ability to bot people outside the head who are acting within your space? That's pretty good. An 8 for Rusty. I'm sure he will appreciate. And remember, he gets tough as well, and he's got high con, so his HP will be fucking
probably like near
astronomical.
100 now.
I think it'll be 80 or 90 from memory, because he was in the high 70s before.
It's 86.
Yeah, Jesus.
Little boy's getting big.
Little baby.
Little baby. So yeah, what's the thought process that's kind of like untapped that martial ability for you to bitch slap people who come into your range, and you're like,
Bitch
no
slap them
bueno.
enough they stop in their tracks.
Yeah.
His thought process is, haha, I'm gonna be cheeky. If they want to leave, they just can't.
Oh no, everyone suddenly gets the mobile fee.
Well, mobile doesn't help. Oh,
does it not?
yes, it does. What?
Was
There is a way
Yes, it
around
does.
opportunity tax, but I can't remember. By the way,
Yes,
if I
mobile. Yes, it does
Well,
help,
Yeah, I
but
think-
only for one of me. He can't with the. He would have to attack me and the echo.
Yes, because you have to hit them. That's what it is.
oh right. Okay.
Not hit them, just attack. Hitting
That's- yeah,
is
so sorry.
optional.
Well, fireball.
No, I mean, you have to hit with a melee attack
Okay.
and then move away.
Okay. Well, I'm sure it'll make sense at a later date when I think about it. So you
Wait.
tying this in? Oop,
The Sentinel feat is powered by tomfoolery.
I was
I
thinking,
mean, you're right.
like tying, like you hit them, and then your echo bends down and at lightning speed ties their shoelaces together.
We need to stop talking about
Perfect.
shoes and feet. please.
Yeah, I really, I'm not. Yeah, it's just. Yeah, I was gonna say concrete.
Like, you
I
can't
just
do that
can't
with
get.
you
I
can't do
can't
that
get
with a
around it.
dragon.
No,
Can't do that with a
like,
dragon.
yeah. You 80-80 it, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's 80-80 it. But anyway, so yeah, you've been practicing. You're walking down. I'm assuming you guys are like armed as you're walking, because you know it wouldn't be unusual to see adventurers be armed as you walk down. But as you come down to the Wheatscale, and you can hear it's like mid-afternoon. Not super late in the day, like I don't know what is. It's a couple of hours after you've had lunch. It's not taking you a super long time to get from where you've come from, like just a couple of hours. You can hear like the sounds of revelry and enjoyment coming from there. You see children playing in the brook, kind of away from the part, like the mill. The mill has got like a fence around it, and that's the only part of the brook that you can see that has fence around it. The mill pond is presumably quite a dangerous place. That's been fenced off, but it then becomes like a brook that runs past a very small chapel, a little bit run down. Like it looks like people are more concerned with the practicalities of living rather than the esoteric. But yeah, what the rest? What are you guys doing as you walk down? Are you going anywhere different, or are you carrying on straight down the road?
Would be I mean, Wolf would be nervously leading them like the normal way, like just down the normal path.
Okay, you say nervously.
She's
how-
anxious.
How obvious is it she's anxious?
Very.
Wow. Okay.
With a nat one
With-
minus
with
one.
minus one, so-
Very.
So I was gonna jokingly say she's like Looney Tunes style chewing down her fingernails, but maybe she is actively sweating. I mean, what does it look like?
I think she's like messing with her hands. Probably is like biting her nails slightly. You know, do the thing where you like nervously, you know,
Worry in the
mess with your
nails,
hair.
yeah.
Probably like not like breathing badly, but like that sort of slightly how do you describe it?
Almost hyperventilating, but not quite. Panting.
Yeah. I guess panting or like, you know, quickened breathing, and like looking around, like just in case she like recognizes someone and is just sort of all around pretty nervous.
I think that this is an interesting point. You have seen people you recognise.
Well, you got to remember, Wolf was a very
Yeah, a lot younger, but obviously.
No. I mean, Wolf was a very indoor child
Oh right, okay.
for reasons that you know she can't control.
Yeah. Indoor child. I mean, there was like the people you kind of like half recognise because you presumably, like you weren't locked in the highest tower.
No,
but
you know,
like,
she just-
and if you would, you could have spied them from your perch. Well, you kind of like half recognize people, and she's quite a distinctive-looking person. That the hair is a bit of a giveaway. Like people kind of like glance, they think they recognize you, and then like you go that half wave, then realize it's not the person they thought it was, and then they pretend to like push their hair out of their face,
like get confused, like do the double take, thinking it's like its mum.
Yeah. And then obviously as a group you're probably drawing a few eyes anyway. Like kids are like peering at you from like near a bush, like daring each other to go forward to interact. How are you guys presenting yourself? Obviously Wolf is very nervous, like chewing a thorn, like eyes darting. But what about the rest of you? As you're not like, it isn't like the freak shows rolled into town, but this is a unusual group of people. A kobold, a tanuki, an elf, a human, and wolf. And you know, she's got like shock white hair. Oh, well, shock platinum hair.
Wolf.
And wolf. Well, you know, she's like, you know, I mean,
presenting she's like half elf, so that's fine.
Yeah. Presenting half elf, yeah. Like, you know, and she's got this quite distinctive hair that like is drawing a few looks, but like the whole group of like, you know, most of you are carrying weapons. Rusty is in like fancy boy clothes now. He looks really cute. And like the kids are like pointing, and a lot of people are actually reacting to Rusty quite a lot. Like,
yeah.
Because like kobolds are about, kobolds are sentinel, fucking hell, sentient, and you would like, it wouldn't be unusual to see them, but like they kind of don't dress as nice as Rust. Like fashion is an extravagance they can't always be bothered with. They're very functional a lot of the time, and often much more prefer to live like rough it, like nomadic. Some of them, you know, will have houses and stuff, but like it's more usual to see them being like you know, out and about. They wouldn't be in the fancy clothes that Rusty is wearing. So I will go to Laffy. How are you reacting to being the center of attention not in an unpleasant way, but you are, you know, you're pulling a lot of eyes?
I think she'd be doing a lot of very nervous smiling and waving, like similar to like the first time that she was in Haven Orel, when she was like running up and hugging people. She's not doing that, but she's just being very like outwardly friendly. So just like waving at people and being like, hi, kind of thing. But she's also, in one of her arms, she has the 2 bouquets of flowers, and she's also very, I don't want to say anxious, like nervous energy. So she's like hyperactive, but it's all because she's nervous.
Okay.
And with the 14, I think she's doing okay to hide how nervous she is.
Okay, I mean, you guys weren't this nervous when you went into the fucking tower, Jesus.
Well, we didn't know the tower meant depression.
Yeah, well, what about Lou? Lou, this is probably the most direct attention you've had in a long time. That isn't one-on-one when you've been having a conversation with somebody. Like people are like looking and like, you know, putting your faces to memory. This is a small town. This is a small community. Anyone arriving is kind of examined and seen.
Lou is on the verge of having a fucking panic attack.
Well, everyone's nervous today.
Jesus, this is really like chilled out.
Yeah, like, why are people looking at me? Why are they gathering? Okay, we're armed. Okay, why is Wolf panicking? Is her mother like some sort of like brute dragonoid or something like that? Like, is she going to kill us all?
Okay, yeah. I imagine Rusty, as always, is oblivious and is waving back at the kids who are pointing and like not giggling at him, but like kind of like, you know, coming up, you know, Scooby-Doo planning it. Kudo, how are you feeling as you walk through this area full of big human and elvish type people?
Speaking, goddamn. Kudo would be very careful and deliberate, trying not to draw too much attention, which should go fairly well, hopefully.
Can you make a stealth roll then, please?
Yes.
So if you can, like, I can't think of a better way. Maybe a charisma-based role would be like a deception or something. I mean, yeah, people are.
I can make performance.
Because you're trying to like. You can't hide behind the other people because you're out in the open. It's more like the vibe you're putting out is "Don't look at me," isn't it? Or ignore me, I'm not important.
Yeah, something like that. You just want to be the little grey man.
Yeah. Okay.
If you know the
I'll let you go.
if
Go
you know
for
the
performance.
concept.
Yeah. I'll let you go for performance.
Can I help myself with prestidigitation in any way?
To do what?
Hide myself, make sparkles around Laffy, so people just look at her. Or who's the tallest? Wolf is the tallest of our group.
Yeah, Wolf is the
I'm-
tallest
Wolf is
currently.
the tallest. Yeah.
I'm giving you background lighting.
Oh Jesus!
Yeah.
It's
or,
all-
like,
I think we figured out why I rolled on that one.
yeah. Do you know that feeling when you when you feel that everyone's staring at you like, shit, have I got food in my teeth? Am I wearing pants? Have I tucked my, is my arse wholly out kind of thing? If you weren't nervous before, like people are like,
this
yeah,
is Wolf's
pointing.
nightmare.
yeah, but you can
Well,
roll
it's not,
performance
but-
with advantage if you'd like,
Advantage because of my
Yeah.
suffering.
Yeah.
I'm
Jesus.
well. I can roll a second one for the
I mean,
next
it's
one,
almost
maybe.
like Wolf's walking, and like there's a brass band playing, like "Oh, the conquering hero."
Well, with
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
I will give Wolf's head background lighting, and with a second
Stop
prestidigitation, make an choir.
Oh my god, she's basically
Wolf's
crossed
gonna
over the bridge,
cry.
and there's like shattering glass noise, and Stone Cold Steve Austin's entrance music starts playing, and she walks
It's
across
the
the bridge.
fucking Undertaker.
Yeah, boom. Yeah.
Wolf's. Oh,
Oh
Jesus.
dear me. Okay. Oh wow. This party, man. Yeah, but yeah, the Starlight Syndicate have crossed over the bridge. To your right is this. It is your right. Yeah. To your right is this somewhat rundown chapel. It doesn't seem to be as generic as some of the others. The iconography around the church is mostly towards the goddess of the bountiful mother. As probably expected, this is the goddess of spring, summer, and autumn, harvests, feasts, and joy. It's mainly around her. This would be the de facto basic one when if you're gonna set up a church in a farming community, that was where you would assume what you would assume people wanted to pray to. There are a few other small small things in there that like little cavalcade, so you can go in and pray to someone else if you wanted to, but all of the artwork is around the bountiful mother. Lots of cornucopias, grapes, vines, fields, that kind of thing. Like a kind of featureless goddess, whose cups runneth over in the boob department, and that kind of thing. Yeah. I'm just trying to paint you a
So
word picture here.
after we cross the bridge, how far are we from the place?
From the farm.
Yeah.
Not far. At this point, that would have taken you like 20 minutes to walk. From down the path, and it hasn't been people pointing and staring the whole time. It's just kind of been as you've been around the Wheatscale in the last kind of like 3 or 4 minutes. They are not following you. Like their eyes are following you. They're not making path. Like once you kind of left their eyesight, and we were joking. I was joking about the Stone Cold entrance music. The lights have dissipated. The
Thank
move
God,
along people.
prestidigitation's only 6 seconds.
Yeah, the move along people, nothing to see here vibe has disappeared. You can see the path leading down to the farm, to the Willowbrook Ranch. What have you told the group about your families?
Very little, if anything. I'm not actually sure. I was just asking because if we're, probably, I want to say, like, 20 minutes away?
Yeah.
I think Wolf would, sort of, as they're walking, try and get over that sort of nerves just by just taking some deep breaths. And then just say to everyone, well, we're getting close. I don't know who's going to to be there, but there's my mother, my father, and probably my sisters there as well. I'm sure they'll be happy to have everyone, or at least for a meal. The inn's not too far away, just in case. Yeah.
Okay, cool. It's happening. Okay, cool.
What can we expect of your parents?
Well, my mother can be a bit distant, but she likes people and will probably ask some questions. My father's very hands-on, sort of like a woodsman. Does a lot of tends to a lot of animals and does a lot of the heavy lifting. And I'm not sure about my sister, if I'm going to be honest. I don't know. It's been a while
Okay.
since I've seen
Luke kind of like
long?
leads over to Laffy. Sorry. Hey, how are you holding up? I know Wolf is clearly about to have a breakdown again, but
Wow.
Fine. Yeah. I'm great. I'm doing great.
okay, don't worry. If they are like
She just like
assholes, I'll just steal their shoelaces or something.
she just like leads. I'm really scared.
Don't worry, I'm scared too.
Okay, cool.
This is the first time I meet a friend's parents.
Laffy, did you ask how long it's been? About. As Wolf's thinking about it, you can tell she's like nervous to say the number.
Please don't say a decade. Please don't say a decade.
It's been about 8 years.
God damn it. That's
I
so
mean-
close to decades.
How old was your sister when you left?
7.
Oh, okay.
Well, she was 5 when I left, but I saw her 2 years after that.
Do your family not visit you in Haven Orel?
It's a far trip if you're not used to it. And it can be dangerous, as I think we've all found out. We've sent letters and things, but not actually seen in person in a while.
Do you want to enter first and have your whole reunion and then like call us in later when all the sentimental stuff is over?
I mean, if you'd like, I don't really mind.
Are they gonna be okay with all of us just walking in, or
Well, Azalea's not here, and what was his name?
Aeon.
Aeon's.
Aeon.
No, I know the name.
Oh,
She's
right.
forgetting it. She's nervous. She's not remembering things. And Aeon's not here. So I mean, I think 4 is 5, including me, is fine.
But they know we're coming, right? You've told them that we're coming.
Wolf just shakes her head.
oh,
Oh,
I have no way to.
great.
I have no way to tell them. I
I
didn't
should
know.
have made cookies. I didn't make cookies. Oh.
It'll be fine.
Both
okay?
of you breathe.
Okay.
So you come to this part here in the road, and I've done it straight because I'm fucking lazy. But the road is like a dirt cart road, very well trod. On either side of it, there are fields with like these woodsy bits in them. This particular farm looks to be less harvesty and more cattle-y. I don't know the proper words, but like
So what you're saying
cows
is
and
there's animals everywhere.
there's not everywhere, but this is a cow, horse, goat, and
Sheep.
alpaca farm and sheep.
There's
Uh,
alpacas.
That's
There's
what I was
one-
gonna say. There's alpacas.
There's one alpaca that looks really out of place. It's like, how did I get here?
It's blending in as a sheep.
Aw.
Yeah.
Oh no! No, we can't have it stealing hands.
Wolf,
Yes.
Wolf.
Hmm?
Why do your parents own an alpaca?
I don't know.
Must be a new
Well-
edition.
I'm not. I've not been here in a while. I'm not sure.
Also, do you think they would notice if the alpaca went missing?
Yes. What
Are
are you
you sure?
implying? Yes.
Well, it's not every day you find an alpaca.
Lou,
You have to
Lou.
use those chances.
Lou,
Please don't
listen.
steal an alpaca.
We let
We
you
can
get
buy
away with
the alpaca.
Lou, we
That's
let you get
Kudo
away
talking.
with a lot of stuff. Please don't steal from Wolf's parents in any capacity. We're trying to make a good impression.
Have I ever stolen something from people I know? Where did this come from? I haven't done. Well, I guess I did threaten to steal their shoelaces, but
I know I
that's not-
laughed, but I think Wolf actually laughed.
I think he's right. I'm stretching my
Yeah,
mind.
Lou
I don't
hasn't
think
stolen
Lou's stolen
anything from
anything.
anyone.
Yeah. I can't
mean,
think when it happened.
I mean, she
Well-
scavenges like bodies and stuff like that, but
Is-
everyone in the party does that.
Is extortion a kind of robbery?
Yeah, because you
Yes.
extorted Rusty many times.
That doesn't count.
Rusty is a
And-
person too.
Wait.
You know
Lav,
it.
You forget. Lou is a reasonable person, so she only points a gun at you.
Yeah.
That's true. Just across
She
from
only
everyone else.
threatens to kill you if she's.
I mean, I didn't actually kill anyone that way.
X'd out.
It's all good.
Well,
yeah,
Lou, you have broken into my apartment on 2 separate accounts.
Yeah, to inform
that
you
is
where it
true.
was.
No, you
Well, second
didn't
time-
wake us up the second
Well,
time.
the second
We
time.
don't speak about the book thing, yeah? That was actually important.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's not about my maybe criminal ways question mark, but
There's no
about
question mark after that.
shut it. But it's about you making a possible breakdown for meeting your parents and them skinning us alive for
They're not going to skin you alive. Trust me.
Oh yeah, bake alive because your father's a baker.
No, he's not. When did I say that?
He's a woodsman. Okay. Anyway. Right, moving on from this because my brain is collapsing like a sponge left in a cupboard. There is a. As you're walking down this path, say there's the. I'm going to say on the left-hand side, so kind of towards Cadenshire, is kind of more trees, and to the right near the river is like open area for various animals to do various things. I don't know because I'm not really up on animal husbandry. I assume you can allow cows and horses in the same field. I can't imagine why you couldn't.
I'm not sure.
I mean, they both eat the same thing, right?
That
I
doesn't.
have been to farms and they always keep them separate because
Yeah,
the
I
males
think
of
they
both
do.
species will begin
Oh,
to
okay, that's
fight.
interesting.
Yes.
They
Okay.
can.
Yeah.
It says they eat a lot of the same foods as a horse and can harmoniously share a barn and pasture, offering peaceful companionship.
And I think
Okay.
also sheep can.
Yeah. So yeah, it's
It
very
might
much
just
that.
be for the rancher, like for convenience sake.
Yeah.
Like you know
I
where
think
the horses
I
are,
think
you know where.
you just wouldn't want a bull
Yeah.
there.
I think
That would be an
there's
issue.
other, like this field is like. Is there another word than segregated? I don't want to use the word segregated.
Section
Split.
Sections, thank you. I say my brain is completely flattened today. I feel like goo. But on the left hand
Flop.
side, there's the wooden plants that go high towards the sky, the trees, and from just off the path, kind of in a like behind a slight rise, you can hear the. And then it's like noises of what sounds like someone chopping wood.
To which side?
I'll just say it's kind of over here.
Okay. I think hearing that Wolf would look in that. Oh, maybe I should say Lorelei for this section would look in that direction.
There is a small rise blocking the site.
Okay.
Mm.
I'm
But you
just
can
gonna.
easily move
Yeah.
forward a little bit and look around it. So with his back to you, there is this fairly broad, short, dark-haired, elvish man. Short, dark-haired, elvish man who isn't short. He's quite tall. Fucking brain. He's got quite broad shoulders, and he's holding a hatchet, like a two-handed hatchet. Is it blonde? I had it down on blonde. Sorry, a kind of a double-handed there mechanically could probably be used as like a battle axe or a war axe or something like that, but in this instance it's very much he's chopping wood. There is a small patch of trees that look like pines So very valuable for growing. And he's there's one that's died and he's chopping it down. He's just finished like Captain America or trying to Captain America a log in half.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, it's like failed miserably. Thank fuck there's no one to see me. Oh, but yeah, he's putting the wood down to chop it, and then are you guys like being quiet, or are you guys not being quiet?
I think we would see him, so I think Wolf would at least lean over to Laffy, who's next to her, and just say, "That's my father." Just gonna look to everyone else. You can wait here. I'm gonna go and say hi.
Yeah,
He's just
well,
getting, like,
Are they going to
excited.
speak inside our mind like you do sometimes, or just like normal people?
Well, my dad's an elf. My mother can do that. I'm not sure about my sister.
Okay.
Well, yeah. I'm gonna go and say hi. If you want to come along, then of course.
Do you want me to come with you?
Wolf just nods.
Okay.
He's this fella, this elven guy, is like properly elven. Like
Yeah.
Like you looking at him, he looks like marginally older than Cerulean Wolf. Like, you know, is it that pointless stage of an elf's life where it's just like, how old are you? Lick a finger, throw it at a dartboard, who fucking knows?
Yeah.
Stop counting.
It's between 20 and 180.
Yeah, it's just a huge spread of age they could be, and he like from the side kind of profile as he has like very similar but not identical features. You know, clearly familial relation.
So I think.
He has like fantasy AirPods in as well. I don't know what it is.
I think Wolf would sort of grab Laffy's hand and just begin to walk over, sort of nervously. Not trying to be quiet, but you know she is relatively quiet naturally. So it's up to you if she.
The noisiest person was Rusty, and that's because he had plate, and he's lost. He doesn't have plate anymore. He has magical fancy boy outfits. So you guys are probably as quiet as you've ever been. No, I said.
No, no, but Kudo's like second.
But he's got breastplate.
I thought he had plate.
Nope.
No breastplate. He's
Okay.
Yeah.
I thought it was at least half plate. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So yeah, as a group, you are relatively. I'm not going to say stealthy. If you're not trying to be stealthy, you're
not trying to be
trying
stealthy.
to get like someone's attention. Like this, he seems to be completely focused on the wood, and you could get within like say 30, 40 feet of him. And you cotton on that he probably hasn't noticed just yet.
So I think noticing that he hasn't like heard us or seen us when we're like close. I think Wolf's gonna look to is everyone following, or is it just her and Laffy at the minute?
Oh, Luke is standing the fuck away from this. He doesn't want to anything to do with families or
Russell's
whatever.
coming along.
Okay.
I just imagine like a conga line of hand holding.
Yeah.
So I think what Wolf would do is look to Laffy and Rusty and just like put like a finger to her lips, just like a shh. As she is gonna try and like stealth up behind him.
Okay, I will reiterate, this guy's chopping wood. He's got an axe, right? Okay.
I know. I'm aware.
Sorry.
So he might be overpowered. We don't know.
She rolled poorly on the stealth check, so I think
Okay,
it's fine.
9. I will say you get within 15 feet of him, and he whips around holding the axe with like a look of consternation, fright, and a bit of anger on his face. And it you realize like it's taking him like it takes him a beat to realize who it is he's looking at.
Wolf would just like put our hands up as it goes like, hi.
Lorelei? What? Jesus, I've got an axe! Don't sneak up on me! Ooh, he kind of puts his axe down on the floor, and like, poof, and like he starts resting on it. I nearly. Oh my god!
I tripped on a log. A twig. It's fine.
Yeah.
Hi.
Oh. What are you doing here? Sorry, no. He kind of lets his axe drop and like kind of pulls you in for like a big bear hug. Like he hasn't quite cottoned on there are other people there yet. Gives you a big old like dad hug. Like oh my god, it's fun. It's been. I didn't look how tall you've got. Oh my god, you. Oh, it's been so long.
Hi.
Wait until
I
you
just
mother sees
imagine
you.
Laffy's beaming. She's like so happy right now.
Yeah. he kind of like looks around and goes, I can't. Oh, this is throwing me for 6.
Right?
Oh yeah. It's
Hi.
wonderful to see you. What are you doing in Wheatscale?
Well, a few reasons, but I did want to come home for at least a bit.
Yeah, I can. Oh wow. Oh, he kind of like brushes his hair out of his face a little bit, and like he kind of brushes the general tree crap off his hands. As he looks to Rusty and Laffy. He looks at Laffy first. Big smiles. Great to see you. Like a beautiful elven woman there. He's like great, and then he looks to Rusty, and there's like a beat. Like he's looking at Rusty. He's like, what the fuck? But he goes, and these are your friends?
Wolf. I'm gonna try and make sure to say Lorelei. Well, while we're here, she like as says friend, like blushes slightly. Yeah. No,
Okay.
I will never have a character do that in my life.
X'd it out.
Well, okay, you can certainly think that. Yeah. Well, this is Laffy.
Oh, Laffy. Hi. I'm just gonna. My name's Noah. I'm Laura's dad. And he kind of his hands a little bit like. This is such an odd word, but like sappy. He's got like tree sap in his hand, so a tiny bit sticky, but like it's not an unpleasant. It's not like toffee. It's just like someone's been playing with Pritt Stick, and he gives you a handshake. So lovely to meet you, Laffy. Beautiful name. And
That's Rusty.
Rusty. Rusty. Not from around these parts, are you, Rusty? Oh shit. Oh. He shakes his head. He goes, right, okay. He seems to have lost his voice. I'll converse with you two for the moment. He goes, oh, so, yeah, oh, well, your mother's going to be over the moon to see you. You'll get to see Ingrid for, you won't believe how much she's grown. She's shot up, like bamboo. She's grown like water weeds. It's incredible. You won't believe it. Come, we'll get.
Well,
I need to finish.
Sorry. Just like looks over to where Kudo and Lou, I don't know if they're still standing there, but would give like a whistle to hopefully cool them
the
over.
dogs. Yeah.
No, well, because I picture the wolf doesn't shout like ever, like actually shout. So she like whistle to hopefully cool them over.
Oh,
Lou looks vaguely offended and then slowly like walks over.
Are there more friends?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Hello, hello. He kind of like wave, like two-handed wave. As he's like he's like quite broad. Like he's he's built like a Dairy Slice. Clearly does a lot of physical work. Broad at the shoulders, quite thin at the hips. He's waving two-handed, like big smiles. His eyes ever so often dart to Rusty, but like after a couple of times, he kind of relaxes into it a little bit. Waves at the human and the Tanuki, and as presumably they're coming over, he leans to Lorelei and goes, "What the fuck is that?"
I assume you don't mean Lou.
No. Okay. Sorry. What is the creep?
Excuse me?
No, so you're still walking to this? Like,
well, he's a friend. He's well. I'll let him introduce himself.
Hello.
There you go.
Yes. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. I'm Noah. Nice to meet you.
Kudo. Yes. Whatever. As well. Whatever. I don't know the word. I know it in German. Like, yeah, you too.
Guten Tag.
No, Impulse.
Pardon?
What's the word for that?
Impulse.
Ebenfalls.
Ebenfalls.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I only speak Elvish.
Speaking common.
I don't speak that particular brand of common.
Likewise.
Well, I say Noah Amaris, lovely, well, wonderful. Any friend of our laws is a friend of ours. Well, you've got to come down to the farm. I don't know what we'll do, but your mother will insist you stay for dinner. It's great to see you.
I would like to stay for a bit if that's all right.
Yeah, overnight.
Mm-hmm. At least.
Like a while. Oh, sure. He looks at the five of you, and he's like, "Oh well,
Actually, at this point, Lorelei realized Lou hasn't said anything. Just like nudge her. Lou.
My name is Lou Marvelcut. Pleasure.
Oh my god,
I'm sure it is. Hi, I'm Noah. Yes, hello. Yes, well, welcome to Willowbrook Farm. This is my pride, my joy, my passion, my life. Other apart from my girls, and he kind of gestures around, and he shows you in this encompassing movement. He reveals there is like a farmhouse, a couple of barns, some paddocks and sties, and lots of open grassland for the cattle to do cattle things. And there's a small brook that runs through as the land kind of tilts downwards towards another smaller river. It says, "This is Willowbrook Farm. Been working here. Well, been here my whole life. Well, oh my God, I've been into the area my whole life. Anyway, not important. Come with me."
Yes. Wait, can I ask you a question about the farm?
Yeah, of course.
How come that you have just one alpaca?
Oh, because we tried to get a breeding pair, but it was buy one get one free, and they didn't have the free one.
So what you're saying is you don't need that alpaca.
No, we use it for its fur in the winter. So need is a strong word. It's part of the willow.
Dad, he wants to take the alpaca.
You want to buy my alpaca?
I don't know
Yes.
why he wants it.
It's an alpaca. Why don't you want an alpaca?
I don't know what you're going to do with an alpaca.
No, it's fine. If we are a farm, we do sell. We treat them as well as we can.
Well, the issue isn't buying the alpaca. The issue is that we're always moving around, and I don't know.
It's got legs.
I
How
know.
much do you pay for it?
Oh Jesus!
What we talking? 500 gold?
Oh, okay, yeah, maybe. That's a bit much for a meme alpaca.
Well, but this is an all-terrain animal. Roads.
Dad, stop trying to sell
hills.
things to friends, please.
He brought it up. Right? Yeah. It can wade through the water. You can shear it. You can get money from its. And it's this particular one. It is quite bad tempered to people it doesn't know, so it will spit at them.
Can I just say that, like, if you were to buy a horse, it's like 75 gold, and
Yeah.
you should just like 500
marketed by,
for
like,
a fucking
5
alpaca.
times.
Just
Arguably worse.
Like a goat is 1 gold piece.
Yeah, but an alpaca is the happy medium between a mountain goat and a horse. A horse you'll struggle getting over hills with, like
It's a
mountains.
fucking alpaca.
Let me just tell you, I thoroughly approve. Alpaca, best animal. Fight me on that.
Yeah, they are
I
great.
dare you.
And the benefit of an alpaca over a horse is that it's much cuddlier, objectively better.
Yes.
Hmm.
But 500 gold is a bit much.
Okay,
Dad,
well,
I think we're just gonna keep walking.
okay, well, I've got to finish what I'm doing here. I'm so sorry. Laws, you can show them down to the farm. You know your way about. I don't know where your sister is. She was about earlier, but she's out. She's off gallivanting, like clattering around the place with Ellie. So you see her. I don't know if she'll recognize. I think she'll know who you are, but like, it's been a hot minute. Yeah, go and see your mother. I'll be
It's
down.
not like I'm a different person. It's not like she was like a toddler.
No, I know, but it was 8 years ago. You've changed so much. And she has as well. And so anyway, right? You go down to your mother. I'll be down soon. I need to finish what I'm doing here, and I'll be down a bit. But yeah, happy to have you for dinner. We've got plenty of food. It's Midsummer was last night. We've got loads of food left over. And if you're staying for a few days, we can plan around that. It's fine. I'm not quite sure where we're going to put you all, but I'm sure we can figure something out.
Yeah, I mean, if push comes to shove, the inn's not too far away.
Yes, yeah, yeah. I mean, we prefer to have you here, but it might be a bit more comfortable for a lot of you. But go and speak to me. I need to finish up here. I promised I'd get this done before this afternoon. So I will. It's so good to see you. And he kind of gives you like this big like hug. And he like lifts you off the floor a little bit. It's a little bit too I'm telling you a little bit too tight. We've missed you so much.
Ow! Ow!
Yeah.
Ow!
Eyeballs. Pop.
Ow!
Yeah. But yeah.
Oh, that actually felt nice.
Yeah, no, it's good. Yeah, I'll be back down soon. Your mother's gonna be over the moon. and he like waves you up, like he picks up his axe, leans on it, and does the fucking Smokey the Bear. I don't know. He just kind of stands there and watches you walk off with like shucks, chewing on a bit of hay or whatever. I don't know. Fun
I feel like as everyone walks away, Wolf just like takes a massive sigh, and then looks at everyone else. That wasn't too bad, right?
It was good. He seems really nice.
He is a little bit of a dork, I think.
Look, you can't
No
say
offense.
that.
Well, he's not here.
Say that about someone's dad.
Wait, he's an elf. Never mind. He probably has good hearing. I never said anything.
Yeah, that's the problem.
I can't. Okay.
Well, like me,
Wait.
with his Lorelei stunned silent.
Yeah.
I was sad. I was sitting here with my mouth open.
Oh, okay. Rusty's like Rusty is noticed he was getting a lot of weird looks, not from just your dad, but from people in town. And he's, do you not get many kobold fans here? Many ones like me.
Well, it's been a while since I've been here, so I'm not really sure. But obviously, kobolds are sort of dragon kin in a sense, and dragons are a big thing here. So I think it might be something to do with that.
Oh, he seemed a bit. Oh, I don't know. Well, we'll find out if.
Oh, I can ask him later.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I just want. I'm on my best behaviour. So you carry on walking down. The smell of the animals gets stronger the closer you get to the house. It kind of like peaks about 200 yards from the main. I don't know what the word would be. Complex. As you go past like a small piggery. Is that the word? No. Sty. Yeah, there's pig pen. Thank you. 2 large, big pigs in there, and like a handful of what would have been piglets a few months ago, but now are like pig teens.
Oh.
I don't know what the words are. Animals
Laffy,
are not much.
How close are we to it?
You can go up and put your hand through the cage.
Yeah, Laffy is there. Like, hi.
Laffy, be careful.
Well, they're so cute.
Or from what?
They can bite.
I'm gonna piss you off because this is gonna be constant. Can I cast Speak with Animals and talk to the piglets?
Yeah, I would say there's one particular one who seems very curious of what's going on. And he's like snuffling around and looking at you. And you know how when piglets look up, it looks like they're smiling a little bit?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's one that's caught your eye.
Hi.
Hello? Hello? I've never spoken to a two-legger before.
We need to
have you not? What's your name?
Fucking hell. They call me sausages. I don't know why.
No.
Oh.
No, they call. Oh god. Pig name.
Ruffle.
They call me Francine.
Oh, that's a
That's so
lovely
much
name.
worse.
Thank you. What's your name?
My name's Laffy.
Hello, Laffy. You're not from the farm, are you?
He does sound like Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah, he does a little bit. Yeah. You're not from the farm, are you?
No, I'm visiting.
Will you be staying for long?
I think for a little while, yeah.
Will you come to visit again?
Yeah, if you'd like me to.
Oh, it's very nice to talk to people.
Do you have a favourite snack? Because I might be able to bring you a snack.
Oh, I like carrots and peas.
You like carrots? Okay,
and peas,
cool.
yeah. Oh, fruit is good. I like the cheese that they throw, and bread and nuts. Sometimes when we were little, when we were very little, we got a bowl of bread crusts and milk and honey, and it was warm and it was really nice.
Okay. So what I'm hearing is anything?
No, I don't really like the some of the other things. I don't really like broccoli, but I do like cauliflower. I don't really like sprouts, but I do like cabbage.
Okay. Well, I'll see what I can do.
Thank you.
And I'll bring you something special next time I come to visit, okay?
Yeah, a little something with honey in it. They're the best.
Yeah. I'll see what I can find.
Thank you. Love you. Bye.
Love you. Bye.
Like skips off.
They should just walk back over to Lorelei and be like, Okay, I officially want to live here. That's so cute.
You were just
Just for
making, like,
everyone else.
oinks.
Yeah, oinks. So I do a fairly good pig impression. So like Laffy got down into like a squat. The piglet was doing a little grunt, and she was like,
Jesus.
"Sorry, that dislodged so much snot." I need to blow my nose.
I didn't need
we
to know
didn't
that.
need that detail.
Yeah.
That was horrible. Sorry, I'm like, oh, it's horrible. But yeah, so really weird noises coming from Laffy. That you could have also wild shaped and saved yourself a spell slot.
It's fine.
It's fine. But yeah, as you were walking down, that's like where the smell of the animals is the most prevalent. It's because this is away from the river. Obviously, you don't want pig slop getting in the river because presumably people would drink from it. Kids playing it and stuff. So it's very thoughtful the way it's been laid out. For you, Laura, the pigs may be a new addition, or like maybe something your parents were talking about. The sty looks like weathered. I can't say it looks new, but it wasn't here the last time you were here.
Yeah.
The pigs themselves, they will live for quite a while. But they're quite like the meaty. They're quite big, like proper. Like pigs are quite scary. Like
Yeah, they are.
They can be quite intimidating, and these are quite big, intimidating pigs. But since Laffy's talked to the piglets, they seem quite chill. You hear like the cluck of hens and geese and stuff. And there's also like in the far distance you hear a dog barking as well. And
There's a dog?
there's a dog, yeah.
When you hear the dog barking, you see Wolf is also slightly confused.
Yeah.
Sorry, Lorelei. I'm not gonna be able to do this.
Hang
No,
on,
sorry.
let me check something.
It lasts for like 10 minutes, but I think you
What's
have
the
to pick
dog
a
saying?
animal. Is it any animal, or is
I
it?
think
gain
it
the
casts on a
ability
specific creature.
with
Oh, maybe not.
beasts.
No, I
Yeah,
think
you
it is
gain
actually
the ability
cast
to
on
comprehend
yourself.
and verbally communicate with beasts.
Okay, so you hear like just on the like at the edge of like sound, like the dog bark is a little way away. You hear what the dog is yelling is "Fuck off! Fuck off! Fuck off!"
Oh, he's cross.
He sounds happy about it.
Oh,
Like, fuck off! Like happy, like fuck off then. Like not like coming over again if you think you're hard enough. Like he's just and you see like a flock of birds like fly away, and then the barking stops.
Oh.
I'm confused.
Well, you don't hear that. You just hear barking.
No, I know, that's what I mean. I probably hear laughing at a dog barking.
Yeah.
How close are we to the house?
I will say you've been walking as you've been talking, and only stopping for pets of the various animals. You are now, like the house, the front of the house that's facing the road is quite ornate. But you would, having lived here before, would know that like the back door is like the most likely place to get an answer, just near the kitchen. And in the day that would generally be where your mother would be. You know a minute away from there if you want to be. You just walk down there. A lot of the windows are a little bit cracked and weathered. The building is, I say, ornate, but it's in a slight amount of disrepair, and that isn't unusual. That's very usual for what you've seen. Building materials are in very short supply here, as I said a few times. It's very hard to get like reliable building materials, and so things are taken care of, but sometimes things like I say, like there's like cracks in the roof. There's a couple of window frames that are shattered, not like falling out. It's not about to fall down, but it's an old building that has been cared for as well as it can be by people here, and maybe not the handiest people.
So knowing how close we are to the building, or seeing and how close we are, and sort of getting ready, I think Lorelei would sort of just kind of let's say to the group, do you think that we can have a minute? Well, hold on. Sorry, that doesn't make sense. Can me and Laffy go first, and Rusty if he wants?
Sure. I could stay here if you want.
I don't mind, just for Lou and Kudo, just to.
Don't worry, guys. I'll look after you.
If that's okay.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. And I think sort of they were just probably obviously it's probably not like a front garden, but you know, there's probably some flowers outside. So I think Lorelei would just like have Kudo, Rusty, and Lou sort of wait sort of there for a minute.
I thought you were going to say you pick some flowers to give to your mum from her own garden, which is...
No.
I did that once, never again.
Yeah, don't do that. That's stupid.
For any of our listeners, do that. I dare you. I double dare you.
I double dare you.
Live.
But then I think after that, Lorelei would take Laffy's hand and sort of like start leading her around to the the back of the house, and just like as they're walking, just say, "Are you ready? You got the flowers?
Yep.
Don't worry. I'm sure she'll probably have a similar reaction to.
Just gonna like druid craft the flowers to make sure they look as perfect as possible. So she's just like messing around with them, making sure they look like bright and open and like great. And she's just like, okay, yep. Oh, this one needs to be okay. Yep, ready.
I think the side of the house.
So just before, I think just like seeing how nervous Laffy is, Wolf would just give her like a slight kiss on the cheek and be like, "It's gonna be fine, okay?" Okay.
As you head around the side of the house, you come to the back door, which is kind of like a half door. So I don't know the word again. My words aren't working. So a door that's split in the half.
Almost like a barn door.
Like a barn door, yeah. So it's open, so you can see into the kitchen. It's letting it's like belching fire, but there's clearly some cooking going in there. There's like a roaring fire in the background, smoke issuing out from this hole, and as you turn around the corner, you see this very tall woman stood in the kitchen. Got shock long white hair, very similar to Wolf's. So like platinum hair, very much like Wolf's. A bit taller, a bit. I will use the word sterner looking. She's backlit by this fire. So it's given she's like casting a very large shadow, a very imposing kind of visual image as you're walking there with these flowers.
Oh, great!
But before we get there, Kudo and Lou, what are you doing down the front?
I see what you don't see, and the color is blue.
Sky.
No.
River.
Correct.
Oh, I see what you don't see, and the thing I see is, and he looks down at his feet. Brown. I'm not wearing shoes. I've got claws. And he
is it a tree?
No, it's not the tree. And he's like really happy that he's like you haven't guessed.
How
Would
about
you like a clue?
The squirrel?
No, it's a soil.
Oh. Yeah. Is it the soil?
So there was this meeting of the minds at the front of the house. At that point, a chicken like flaps across, catches Rusty Eye, and he's after it. Like the instincts kick in, and he's chasing this chicken round. But yeah, going back to
Jesus, that is more of a person than it is an animal.
He's chasing it just like a kid is, trying to like not like to kill it. He's not got his claws out, but he's just running around after it as his chicken.
I'll make sure he doesn't run too far away, like in the general area around the house.
Yeah, so he does like go into the woods a little bit and then comes out like 10 seconds later looking dejected that the chicken got away. But that's fine. Are you doing anything else whilst you wait? For these guys who just like standing there awkwardly.
No, but I would like to know that Lou looks miserable trying to distract Rusty.
Yeah. Okay.
It's the art that does not want to babysit.
Yeah. Yes. Here's your tablet. Watch
he's like
Louis get out of my
actually contemplating life choices right now.
Is it too late to have it adopted? Right. Okay. So yeah.
Maybe I shouldn't have run away.
Oh Jesus.
Going back around to the front of the rear of the house. Then this imposing figure, backlit by roaring flames and smoke issuing from there.
Just sounds terrifying.
Well, it's just like I'm just kind of like I'm imagining that this is something you're both very nervous see. So like, you know, the light of the fire is flickering and like it's dancing in her. It's not like a blazing fire. It's just like a kitchen fire. She's you know, chopping something with what, like at first you're like, shit, it's a great-sword. Wait, no, it's a knife. You know, like chop,
Yeah.
and like
carrots.
Yeah, carrots and parsnips and whatever, and then like the moment of like terror recedes slightly, and it's still just a tall, on the face of it, half elven woman.
Well, she's
Kalashtar, yeah. But for the sake of this, we're presenting as half. Well, Kalashtar and visually very similar. You know, point like elvish features, elvish ears, slightly more human looking. The noticeable thing here with her though, it's been over 5 years since you've seen her. She has like, you know, you can see the fine, like she's not an old woman she doesn't look like an old woman by any means, but she's noticeably aged since you've last seen her.
Okay, I think Kalashtar's lived for 200 or 150, something like that. It's longer than humans.
Yeah, it's not. I think in your notes she's put it like 50 odd. She doesn't look 50 odd. But the one thing it is somewhat noticeable is she looks about 10 to 15 years older than your dad. Like now you're seeing them kind of like as an adult. There's a noticeable age gap there, even though he's, you know, probably well older than she is.
Yeah,
the physicality's there.
What about her hair? Because obviously, is this in the same way like Wolf's hair works? Like how much of it would be? Because she has it in like braids.
She's got a long plait down her neck, like down her back. It's thick, it's lustrous, it looks great. She obviously takes like quite a lot of pride in her appearance. There's in fact, do you want to share the picture?
I have.
Oh, you have. Sorry.
Well, I was there when I got her in general.
Yeah. So she's got.
Well, obviously it's not in the image, but how much of it is black?
I would say your hair. So for you, is it like it gets darker as she grows older?
It's essentially like graying, like stress. It's either like stress or age.
It's like I would say she's got like 3 or 4 inch roots at this point.
Okay.
Like her eyebrows are noticeably dark. So there's stress lines, as would be with any parent, laughter lines, slight pinching around the face, like around the lips. But yeah, she stood there. She's chopping away, and there's, you know, all that information appears to you within, you know, a matter of seconds. As you know, the hellish fires behind her die down, and the kitchen it's actually isn't smoke, it's steam coming from the pot she's chucking the vegetables into, and she's just this tall Kalashtar woman.
So yeah, I think Lorelei would sort of grab Laffy's hand and then very awkwardly knock a few times on like the top bit of the barn door, essentially, like the top. Oh no, just a knock.
She kind of looks, and like there's a moment of like, you know, like, someone's introduced her, she turns like curious. Her eyes go wide. It's like a smile starts to run across her face, and she's there staring at you for 3, 4, 5, 6. It's like, you know, almost 10 seconds have passed, and she's there with a smile that like slowly fades, and then she goes, "Lorelei,
hi, hi."
Hi. She's wearing this pinafore, and on it, like, it's a very stained pinafore. It's clearly the one she just wears around the house to do things, covered in like stock and sauce and tomato juice, whatever, wine, fuck knows what else. And so she looks down at herself, and she's like, "Oh my god, Lorelei, my Lorelei." So she puts the knife down, and she stares at you again for like, you know, this what seems like a long time. Is it you?
Yeah, it is. Hi.
She puts the knife down. She tries to take this pinafore off, and she's staring at you with like, not disbelief, but like almost disbelief. She goes, come in. Don't stand outside.
I just wanted to.
Who's?
I feel like at this point she'd like, because I imagine Laffy's like standing right behind Wolf, and you know the thing when someone like pokes the head out, she's just like, "Hi, Mrs. Wolf's mom, Lorelei's mom. I've got these flowers for you. I hope you like them. And then she just like very like quickly like holds the flowers at arm's length like out to her, and her arms are like trembling.
She comes forward and opens the door and takes them off. She says, "Oh, these are lovely." And she looks back up at you, laughing. You hear very clearly in your head, like as when a wolf used to speak to you. Thank you so much. Come inside.
Oh, okay. She's like step in and like overly wipe her feet on mat.
Oh, don't stand on ceremony. We're a farm. We're a shoes on house.
Okay.
Well, Welly's at the door, but no Welly's. Thank you for the flowers. Let me just see if I can find a pot. They'll smother in here. She turns around. She stares at Lorelei again for a few seconds, and there's a look of approaching concern on her face. And then she disappears out the room for like half a minute to go and get a vase. As she kind of leaves you both in the kitchen.
I think as she walks out, Wolf just like deflates. Just a massive weight drop.
Buffy's cringing. And she's got like her head in her hand, like, idiot.
What? It was good.
Mrs. Wolf's mom. Oh.
Well, that was cute.
I was practicing the whole way here.
I mean, I just stood there silently, so I think you probably did a better job than I did. I'll give her a minute and then I'll get everyone else.
After a few more seconds, she comes back in holding what looks to be like a hand-thrown vase. It's not symmetrical, but it's probably the only one she's got. And she puts it under a pump. She lays the flowers quite carefully on the table, puts a couple of dunks of water in there, puts them kind of like in the middle of a relatively small wooden table that's like got like half a plate of food left on it. And she's, "Oh, I'm so terribly sorry about the mess. We weren't." Why? And she stares at you for a few more seconds, Wolf, and then there's like the concerns like confusion. And it's just, why didn't you send word? We could have. I could have made the house.
We were already in sort of the area where we were going down, and I didn't have a chance to send a letter. And I'm sorry.
She comes up. She puts the flowers in, and she kind of does that thing that mothers do when they like frill the flowers out to like arrange them, and she doesn't spend an awful lot of time doing it because they fall into this really nice, almost like concentric swirl pattern, like almost like a like a spearmint, with the red and the white, but it's blue and the white, and it like falls into like this natural pattern, and it's very beautiful. And she looks at them, she does like a smile, and she looks back at Laffy, and you hear again in your head Laffy says, "Thank you so much. How did you know that were my favourite colours in your head?"
I'm guessing I can talk back.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
Just like nod towards Wolf and just say back, Lorelei told me.
So she turns to look at Lorelei, and there's this pause again for a few seconds, and then she says, like, "Well, thank you for the flowers. I'm not sure what a lollipops has told you. My
oh my god,
cringes.
My name is Maria, Maria Amaris, and who are you?"
So I'm still not over lollipops. That's so cute. What the fuck? So Laffy would just sort of like be grinning.
Wow.
And then looks towards Lorelei for like
for like 10 seconds.
The Discord fucking dropped as soon as you said ear to ear.
Oh. Yeah, so she's like grinning ear to ear, and she like looks towards Lorelei like nervously, and she's like, "I'm Laffy, Lafette. Most people call me Laffy." Like looks to Wolf and say, "I don't want to put my foot in it. Like, what do I say?"
Wolf like doesn't know what to say either, and I think instead of saying anything, Wolf like takes 2 steps forward and just like takes Laffy's hand.
Well, it's lovely to see you both. Oh, Lorelei, it's been so long. She kind of like, she's not a super huggy person, but she comes in and she takes like your face in both of her hands on either side, and the moment she touches you, like it's like someone's tuned the radio in.
Mm-hmm.
and you missed the first half of whatever it was she's transmitting. But it's like, been so long. Where have you been? Why can't you hear me?
That's a conversation for a bit. I'm not completely sure.
Oh my dear. So she pulls you in for a like a hug, and she goes, "Oh, it's wonderful that you're here."
Sorry, I don't want to overwhelm you. There are a few other people waiting outside.
Oh, of course. No, bring them in. How many are we talking?
3.
Oh, maybe I should come out to them. It's let me just turn the. She moves the pot slightly off the heat, so it's on like a rolling boil. And she comes outside. There's not enough room in here. I wish you'd let me. Do I have time to? No, I suppose it's fine. And she takes off.
You look great. Don't mind.
She's like got bits of fucking like food peel. Or
Yeah.
She's been cooking. She's like, fine. Lafette, it's wonderful to meet you. I suppose you've met Noah on your way down.
Mhm.
Excellent. Yes. So she kind of leads you, like walks with a great deal of stride and purpose around the side of the house to where I presume Kudo, Lou, and Rusty are still playing I Spy or tic-tac-toe in the dirt.
If Rusty came back from the chicken hunt, I would play I Spy with him, but I would make. Is he wearing a backpack?
He's wearing like a satchel. He's got a man purse.
Yes, I'm gonna make that. What's some pink or rose colored with prestidigitation, and say I Spy something pink.
He reels off piglets. He reels off flowers. It takes him a long time to get to his satchel.
Yes,
long enough that he's still like his back is to Maria and Wolf and Maria, Lorelei, and Lafette as they come round, and he's like, "It's not a piglet. It's not a flower. It's not my toenails. It's not your toe beans. It's not loose skin. What could it possibly be?"
Well,
you look down.
Oh, Louis joining in.
And so he's still there with his hands on his hips, all pissed off, and like there's like the crunch of feet behind him, and he turns around, and then he kind of like takes a step back. This woman's very, very tall, like not quite riptide tall, but like I would imagine she's like a modicum taller than Wolf. Your dad would have
10.
Yeah, like your dad is like noticeably shorter than her. Like I'd say, like he's big, but he's not like he's broad, but he's not tall.
Yeah.
So like she kind of like towers over everybody a little bit, and she's got this smile. Welcome, one and all. I'm Maria, Mrs. Amorous. Call me Maria. Our Lorelei says you'll be well. You're here with her, and she kind of like looks at you all. Lou, you human, in a hood, a pretty girl. She kind of takes that. Kudo, what the hell is that? Okay, I'll ask questions on that later. There's a kobold, and like she looks at you, Wolf, for a few seconds, and then like shakes her head and goes, "And these are all your friends?"
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, there's others, but they're not here right now.
More? Blimey, well,
Yeah, well.
that's a change, isn't it? From when you were younger, I never thought you'd turn up with a gaggle. Could I offer anybody? I'm Maria, and she goes around and she takes your names. Introduces herself. Is anyone not giving her their real name? I'm looking at you, Kudo.
We will be that kind of party.
Okay. So she shakes everyone's hand, but there's like a noticeable pause before she shakes Rusty's hand. But he's like,
what do they have against Rusty?
Yeah. Well, it's not like they're not being rude to him. It's like okay.
Sounds like it.
No, she there's like a little bit of a pause, and then he like pulls out like some I'm gonna say like pretty weeds, like daffodils.
Mm-hmm.
Like he hands them over, but like this has got soil on the bottom of them. It's like I've brought flowers too, and there's like she kind of like okay, well, lovely to meet you, Sir Rustaful or whatever your name is.
Sir Rustaful.
Sir Rustaful, yes. Welcome. Well, could I offer anyone refreshments, please? Let's go round the side. There's a trellis outside. We could have a small glass of wine and get to know one another. Lorelei, I'm a bit taken aback. How long will you be staying?
I'm not completely sure. A little bit.
Hi, Discord.
The Discord fuck itself
Yeah, it's,
again.
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
There's a few
what
days
did you
then,
hear
I
me
heard.
say?
A couple of days, perhaps?
That's
Maybe a
the-
week?
I said, hopefully, well, at least one day, hopefully more.
Whoa. Oh,
How long did it take us to get here from Haven
from the center, it took you three. You stayed for 3 nights. You stayed in 3 different places. You stayed in the really posh hotel. You stayed in the Mellorfield, and then you stayed in the inn. If you were racing back, you could probably do it in like 2 full days travel and 1 night in a hotel. But you weren't going hell for that. That would be on like horses and stuff. If you were really racing, if you were to go back. It's been a while. It's been 3 full days. 3 full nights. So like 4 full days of travel. It's taking you a little while to get here.
Okay.
But he says, "Well, of course you're welcome to stay. I'm sure we can find somewhere to host you all. There's the inn in town, but I'd be ashamed to have to send you out that way. I'm sure we can find something for you. There's a few more friends you say. I'm sure it will be fine. Perhaps we have a gazebo.
Well, I think it's just us for today.
Okay.
I don't think.
Aeon told me he wants to stay at the inn for our stay here.
Mm-hmm.
He has something to work on.
Okay.
Well, wherever you're most comfortable. Please come with me. She kind of takes you around until there's this large, like beer garden, for lack of a better word, beer garden, but with one long table. Like a Oktoberfest table.
Mhm.
And like presumably, like Wolf, occasionally your family would bring in like hands to work on it in the really busy seasons, but this table's looking a little bit like it hasn't seen a lot of use. There's not a lot of activity going on the farm. There's lots of animals, but like there's not, it's maybe not as busy as it will be in the harvest in autumn.
Mm-hmm.
So perhaps it's a bit quieter at the moment. As she sits you all down, she goes, can I get anyone a drink? In fact, I'll be back out in a moment. Yes, and she kind of like goes to get drinks and stuff for people as you all get comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think Lorelei would sit down and like, even though it's been years, probably a spot that she always sits down on, just like one of the like. Obviously, it's like a bench, I assume, but just like sitting at like the bit she always sits, and then like gestures for Laffy to sit next to her.
Do you think she'll need help with drinks?
You'll be just it's a marvel.
Okay.
Um,
She should sit down.
About a minute later, she comes back out and she's like holding this big tray with a couple of jugs on it, and she puts it straight down and says, "Yes, don't trouble yourselves. Here you are." And she passes around some cups, with like a very water like a rosé, some kind of watered down be like 4 o'clock, I'd say. It'd be like it's full wine if you want it. There's water to water it down with if you don't. And she kind of like gets herself settled with her back to the farm, but it means that she's kind of like haloed, kind of a little. I kind of imagine you guys are sitting like almost like a horseshoe. She sat just slightly outside of it, and so the vista that you see is kind of framed by her on the right of it, as the sun is in the sky, kind of to her upper left, bathing down across the farm. You can see from where you are now, like the rolling fields that head down towards this brook or this river that kind of runs through the farm and then intersects with another river at the bottom of it. You can see just at the edge of your view. It's not like super far away. You probably get down there in 25 minutes, but there's like what looks to be a beach and some willow trees. And you can just hear that from where you are now, because there's some trees that are blocking the animals. You can just about hear them, but you can hear most of all is the running of the water. Far away down the path, like down towards the river, you can see there's a horse with a figure on it in the distance, kind of like just faffing about doing what horses and figures do. And I say there's this beautiful, really intoxicating smell of like spring wine, and like say the smell of the flower, like the flowery bouquet of the wine is quite heady, and it mixes in with the natural smells. So you can hear in like there's the gentle hum of bees in the background, and as the sun just it's like it's not actually that late yet, but you know you're there for a little while. The sun like illuminates different parts of it. Like there's a little bit of cloud cover, and every so often these arcs of light that shoot down through it. And Laffy, you know, as you're looking around, it's just taken with this farm. It's very beautiful. There's an area to the kind of southwest, kind of in your kind of on the right hand side of your vision. There's like a couple of hills that like are really familiar to you. You can't quite place why. Obviously, it's probably been a little while since you've been here, but then the landscape's changed. You don't remember there being a river there, but you definitely know you've been in this general area before.
Can I make a history check to see if I can figure out any more?
Sure. Yeah. You always roll terrible. Oh, 20.
20!
So obviously you know.
You were saying?
Usually you roll terrible, yeah. But you have been here. You know, like there was a message in the journal of what's this called? The mayor. Oh, he had a name. I can't remember what it is now. The mayor.
Hold on, I'll find it.
Of Greencrest.
Oh, it was something really stupid. Corti Espire.
Corti Espire, yeah, that was his name. Corti Espire Esquire. He brought out his book and he told you about there was this story of you'd seen this picture of this adventuring party with this like what looked to be yourself. You're holding this staff there. There's this that all the figures there you remembered. Kasarina and Baranok and Sel the wolf there, and you remembered the fight with the dragon where you had to pull some really wild shit out your back pocket to get it to land and to so you could defeat it. And you remember spending a few days here in this. At the time it wasn't farmland. At the time it was just like there's maybe one or two small settlements, and you'd found this particularly nice area where you used to sneak off to. You and Ariasi used to sneak off to, where there was just this beautiful field of wildflowers. That it's still a little bit hazy, but it's starting to come into focus a little bit, and you remember like experimenting with your druidic powers there.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, that's so you just have all these thoughts and feelings. It's like it wasn't this exact spot. Obviously, the landscape's changed with time. There was a war. The like rivers are always degrading and running. You don't remember this southerly brook being here at all. This river up here was. Oh shit! I was zoomed in. The river to the north was there. The river to the south wasn't, and there wasn't the intersecting brook between the two. There was no mill here at all. This is like a almost untouched part of the country for a little while that you stayed in for a few days just because it was so beautiful, and you made memories here with your friends, and but you remember this nice warm feeling you get as you were here before, and for the rest of you it's a very pleasant afternoon. It's warm after the jug of wine is slowly being worked at. She excuses herself and she brings out these relatively small bowls of stew, and she starts apologizing profusely, saying, "Oh, I didn't have time to. I didn't know you were coming. I've thrown something else on. This is just a little snack. We'll have a proper meal later." But and then the father comes along, and before you know it, like an hour or so has passed in this like gentle conversation. But what kind of things would you be telling them about your adventures?
I think so, or at least probably leaving out the more dangerous elements, or at least toning them down slightly.
They would be really interested in your all of your day-to-day jobs and responsibilities, like as farmers. I don't say their lives are boring. Their lives are probably quite varied and exciting and fun, but they wouldn't have a frame of reference for adventure.
Mm-hmm.
So they anything that involves heroics or they probably, I don't know if you tell them the story of how you tried to seduce the policeman by Laffy turning into an elk.
That's up to Laffy.
Probably not.
Okay, that was kind of thing I think would go down quite well.
You think it'd go down well?
Well, it'd go down well with me.
Before we came here, where we were dealing with the cultists, and Wolf ate shit multiple times to the wall.
I imagine it's delivered like that. So we were fighting some cultists, and Lorelei, she's just ain't shit, ain't shit, ain't shit.
Every time there's like the Wolf's just hitting her head on the table.
But like, so like, stuff like the so just for my benefit, so stuff like, would you talk about the fight with the werewolves, like how you all met, you know, the adventure in the house, stuff like that? Yeah, because they when the dad joins, your mother is your mother is very not aloof, but she's encouraging other people to do the talking for her. The dad is very animatedly excited about it. Like, because his most exciting thing he has to do is probably like scare off a fox. So like you like hearing about you fighting skeletons in a mad adventurer's basement is like it's fucking crack to him. And he like tries to bleed out every bit of information you can. And you know this goes on for us. So what kind of
shit the third time against the wall? Oh, it was like this.
Is there anything apart from like the truly dangerous stuff? Like obviously there'll be some stuff that I know you probably all want to talk about as a group right now, but is there anything that you specifically would mention to them?
Not sure. I don't think
the
anything.
only thing that comes to mind is my Olympic well diving abilities.
The time I turned into an octopus and got left to deal with the fucking the guy underwater, and everyone was just sat playing poker, and I was like sending up blood bubbles for help.
So that when you say you turn into an octopus, like their eyes go wide, like could you? Is that something you can do whenever you want?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch, and then I'm gonna. Unless they're gonna ask me to use it, I have to. It's fine.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna like
back in a short rest.
I'm gonna wild shape into the white cat again. And just like climb up on Lorelei's shoulders and like when like a cat sits on your shoulders.
Yeah. The dad is like hooping and hollering. He loves it. It's like you've done a magic trick for him because you have. The mother her hand goes to her mouth and isn't that wonderful? Oh wow, the friends you've made, Lorraine, and I'm so pleased for you. Tell me, are you eating well?
I think so. Yeah.
Not just eating pastries.
Well, a lot of the time, but I burn a lot of calories, so I have to. But no, I am eating properly.
Cat's gonna give you side eye.
Yeah.
Really?
5 pieces of fresh fruit and vegetables a day.
Well, I try.
I get at
least can you make a deception check?
I get at least 2.5.
From?
When do you eat those? Because I've never seen you.
I don't point at every time Wolf eats
But just
something.
dropping her in the shit.
Yeah.
Does Wolf get this advantage because the entire fucking party is staring at her like, are you serious?
I'm gonna say she like gives you the.
What's her pass? Well, her inside's probably high, so she probably.
I didn't give her a class grade.
Probably gets similar to that.
Yeah,
like, similar to a 16.
She's looking at you and like, there's a problem with all parents is that they always expect just slightly too much, and no matter where you land as a child on the scale, it's never quite what they hoped for you, and so they're like, well, I think maybe a break from the pastries would be good. Don't worry, if you're staying here for a few nights, there'll be fresh fruits for every meal. And Lafette, I'm sure you look like you eat a lot of fruit.
Am I still a cat?
I mean, you can still be a cat. You can come back. It's completely.
I'll come back. I'll back out.
Look at her radiant. Look how
shoulders,
white.
or...
I was going to say, does she forget to get off Wolf before she turns back?
No.
She had chipped 4 times.
Yeah, she just lands in Lorelei's lap. Sorry, climbs up. I like to bake.
Oh,
well,
so
I'm a good baker.
Probably partly responsible for the pastry thing.
It's not a problem.
The pastry pouch. Is that what we're calling it?
It's not a problem.
Okay.
That's nice.
Okay. Well, if you are, I would always appreciate help in the kitchen. If you're staying here, they're more than welcome to get stuck in, if you'd like.
Yeah.
Yeah, my mum's an excellent cook as well.
Let's see how good the stew was. The stew was not good.
Oh no.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
James,
Laffy's
let me
like
have
politely
this.
like.
James, let me have this. Come on.
okay, I'll give her advantage.
Jesus.
10. This was like
Probably
it
has
was,
proficiency.
it's like it's edible. It's not great. It's like
Well, 10's average, James.
Well,
yeah,
but,
it's like it's not like you've had much better food in the last few days.
well, but also baking and just normal cooking are two
Yes.
almost completely different things.
Yeah.
Cooking is like pie is 3, bacon is pie is 3.146. It's really specific. And she cooks like I do, ballistically. Like I think this meal will benefit from some carrots, and she just chucks in a handful of carrots.
Full
so
carrots.
Yeah, just whole carrots just chucked in. The stew is fine. Like you say, she's an excellent cook, and people are like, I'm sure. And she goes, well, thank you, Lorelei. Ingrid should be back soon. I'm sure she'd be very happy to see you. I'm wondering, she looks at her husband and like squeezes his hand a little bit. And obviously there's a moment that passes. Her husband, like Noah, looks back at her, like shrugs and then nods his head. She goes, I think it's best that we let her know you're here. It's obviously a big group to come back to. We wouldn't want to overwhelm the poor girl. I'm just going to go and see if I can see her and let her know that you're all here. I'll be back in a few moments.
Yeah. I think as Wolf's mum stands up, Wolf would follow.
Ooh.
Just like stand up and just like follow behind, and just say to everyone, just 1 second, and just like give a slight look to Laffy as she's doing it. I can't
What
say in
kind of a
people's
look?
heads. Like I might say something to her about
Eyebrows.
Yes,
I think
eyebrows,
it's
eyebrows.
Okay, yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Laffy's
The
gonna-
universal.
Yeah.
like when a thermostat like turns red. I feel like Laffy would just like thermostat, like her whole face would just turn red. Like, okay.
Lorelei would just like follow on slightly and wait until like out of earshot of the group.
You've come through Wheatscale. You've walked across the bridge. People have been pointing and looking at you. You've met Wolf's dad, Noah, who is, I had him down as brunette, but he's blonde. He is a woodsman. He carries an axe and chops wood and does other wood things. I don't know. I don't know what woodsmen do. Woodsman. Woodsmans. You've met Maria, Wolf's mother, who is quite a tall, imposing woman. Riptide would be all over her like a dog on spilt chips. It would be.
I
obscene.
don't like that. So
Well, that's why I Team Rocketed her away, because she didn't
that's
want
the
to hire.
reason.
There's room for one more.
What was that?
Who did you just lose? So you got Team Rocketed away just because she's horny. And you sat down to have a lovely light afternoon snacky poo and a few relaxed glasses of wine as you get to know each other. You tell them, if I can hear Helen dying in the background, a few relaxed glasses of wine, a little bit of cheese, some bread for Lou, and you've
more bread.
even more bread, and you've had that moment.
You know me so well.
You've seen, they've pointed out a horse in the background with a figure on it who's galloping around, who Wolf, you would know, sorry, Lorelei, you would know to be Ingrid,
Oh,
presumably
assume.
Ingrid, assumed to be Ingrid, because last time you saw her, she certainly wouldn't have been big enough to get up on this horse. But I think the most important thing we learned last session is that Wolf's childhood nickname was Lollipops. So that was the big reveal.
Big reveal, yeah.
Yeah, I think that might be the title as well. So you
Lollipops.
Lollipops, yeah.
Jesus.
You have the mother, in a moment of wisdom, has decided she's going to go to give Ingrid a little bit of a heads up that there are several people here, one of whom is the prodigal daughter, who has finally returned after near on a decade, and brought her. Have you introduced you? This is actually a legitimate question. Will you guys have told them that you go by the Starlight Syndicate?
No. I said that too quickly.
I think.
I said that too. I don't think it. Maybe it would have been mentioned at the very end. Maybe they're still talking about it.
Yeah. The dad, like, so let's say you are like a glass and a half of like relatively strong homemade wine in. like not like super strong, like a fortified wine, but like it's a nice warm day. Like the wine, the cups floweth over. I've said that already tonight, but the wine is plentiful. There are nibbles. The sun is warm and hot. It's a nice day. It's a beer garden. So with that in mind, so as you and your mother walk off, the table, like the dad kind of like scoots his chair around so it's a bit closer, presumably to Kudo and Lou, and he's regaling like the little adventures he's had, like the time when there was an owl bear loose in the wood and him and two of the farmhands had to scare it off or like drive it away, and they're commoners, so that's like a big old deal. Like they're like clattering things, like waving torches in its face trying to scare it away. He's telling jokes, he's like asking about your adventures, and the jokes are like just this side of unsavory. Like, no, he's not like he's of a different generation. Jokes. No, well, it's just like it's just like the kind of jokes that like you just like, oh, Dad, don't say that. No,
God. Like physically cringing.
Oh, yeah, like
you're almost there.
You can't call him that anymore.
Oh Jesus.
I don't know.
Don't even make it.
People now.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Like, and it's just like. Oh.
I do have a question.
Go for it.
Would Wolf's dad, being an elf, know of the sisters?
Almost certainly.
Okay.
Yeah, without. I mean, but as I said before, like these names are not uncommon. This is like calling like somebody like Adam because it's a name in the Bible, or Matthew
James.
or James. Yeah, all great names apart from James. It's a shit name. But only as a shit name for excellent people. So yeah, I mean, so he would like, and the thing is, he's not super physically dissimilar to you. Like, all of the parts are in the same place. Eyes, nose, mouth, ears.
Penis.
So.
Well, he doesn't have man boobs, but he certainly has pectorals. But like he,
can you like do the thing where you like make your pets move?
I mean, he is a glass and a half down. If someone asks him, he will try. I can, and I do not have pectorals. It's just about.
I wish I could do that.
That'd
be a party trick.
Yeah, it's like it's all it's just random muscles tension. Anyway, so he, are you going to ask him about them, or you mention them in any way, shape, or form?
I might like point towards the field that I recognized, and just be like.
It's this one on the map here, by the way.
Yeah, no, I noticed.
Yeah.
And just point to it and be like, "What's the story behind that place?"
So the Arisai field, it's a bit of a local conundrum. Actually, we don't know. Apparently, there used to be like a message there, or a few other words that we think have fallen into the river over time as the rivers kind of run through. But the legend has it that many years ago there were some powerful mages, an adventuring party that came through, and as a statement to their everlasting love, one of them enriched the land and enchanted it to always read out these particular names. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, it's a bit of a pain because it'll be really good farmland. I know the guys at Golden Acres are fuming because every year they try something new. They have people trying to dispel the magic to try and like plant there, but it just doesn't work. It's just well, I was gonna say pain for them. It's not for us. It's beautiful. It's a love. Have you been?
Well,
you should have. Well, thank you. It's beautiful. It's a lovely place. It's just really relaxing, beautiful views, nice and fragrant. No, it's just a nice place to go for picnics and stuff. It's like a bit of a neck in. The teenagers go there.
Blush.
So yeah. But it's beautiful, and they say that every so often they try to plant something else that just doesn't take, or if it does, it flowers in an unusual way. And so I think after that they've just given up. It's just like a local curio. It's nice. I say the rest of the message has been lost over the years. It's definitely before my time.
May I ask why you named the ranch the Willowbrook Ranch?
Well, because there's a brook, And if you see those trees there, it's not very imaginative, I'm afraid. The trees there are all willow trees.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it's not very adventurous. And the farm to the north, you can't see from here, but there's a farm that you would have seen as you came in. That's Meadowbrook. That's on the other side of the path, and they don't have the trees there. It's meadows. So whoever came up with the names of the farm, really struck out there. But it works for us. I think ours is the prettiest farm.
It's nodding along, but in the back of my mind is, I don't know what type of trees there are, but I don't want to be,
I mean, they look like willows. They've kind of got grey silk, in fact, very like Wolf's hair, Lorelei's hair, and her mother's hair, like a silvery bark with like darker parts of it. There's like a willow blossom, like beautiful, like silvery pink petals in the height of summer. In winter, it might look a little bit spooky if it was like dark and lots of snow around, but in the summer it looks beautiful. They hang over with the willow leaves, the branches just draping the river, the brook rather. It's very, very scenic, very, very scenic. And he goes on to tell you, if you're interested, he kind of like bores you a little bit with the day-to-day running of the farm. He goes on about that for a little bit, unless you have any other questions for him.
Do you have embarrassing stories about
Jesus.
Wolf?
Do I have embarrassing stories about our dear lollipops? Yes, I do, but I'm afraid you may have to wait for another time because I hear that she carries a rather sharp crossbow with her, and it's been a long time since I've seen her, and I don't know how far the. And he kind of like tries to make a joke of it, but he clearly probably will have some stories. But
he here, don't worry.
He's more concerned in making sure you guys are all like fed and watered and comfortable. But we cut to Wolf and to sorry. What?
I just said by Discord because I thought that Discord was cracking again.
Oh,
It's fine.
apologies.
I think I got it.
But yeah, so we'll leave you guys there as we crest over the hill, and Maria is leading the way. I don't know if she would know. Like, did you make it obvious you were following her?
I would have mentioned it, or I would have like been walking next to her.
Okay, so she's like walking every so often. She looks at you, and she's got this concerned look on her face. And she walks away to the top of the hill, and you can see down again over the whole farm. There's a slight kind of view of this bridge now to the left that was hidden behind this particular little rise she's got to, and you can see that this figure in the distance is dismounted from the horse. She's led it to water, and she's hoping it's going to drink, but you can't make it. And so she's there, like stroking the horse in the distance. She looks down, and she looks across at you, and she goes, "So." And she looks at you for a few seconds, and like this she doesn't say anything, and then she goes, "So you really can't hear me anymore?"
I'm not sure why. So there was a whole thing. Was it yesterday or the day before? It was the day
yesterday.
before.
No,
yesterday. Oh, wow, feels like it's been 2 weeks.
3.
Yeah, where we had a fight with a guy. Do you know the name John Kilpatrick?
There's a moment. Oh, wasn't he wasn't from the one who's lost his family?
Yes. It was not a nice man. He did a lot of bad things. I think he was worshipping a evil god or something. And while we were fighting with him, he did some bad things. So one of the friends, I don't know if you'll meet her, but she had like a dragon mark on her face, which like symbolized like how close she was and connected with Algadane. He forcefully ripped it from her, And he also, I think, took my telepathy.
She looks down at you. And
I haven't been able to do it since, so I don't know.
she looks down at you with this, and she again she puts her hand on the side of your face, and the moment she touches you, and it's like the radio's been, let's say, but it's back in frequency, or the part of the surround sound has been turned back on, and you connected there, and you can hear her, but you don't know if you can hear you back. You can hear her thoughts coming through loud and clear. Even like emotions are coming through. And she kind of like she touches the side of the face, and how are you after that?
I think at the start Wolf would try and say it in her head, see if there's anything.
Doesn't appear to be.
Okay, cool. She she realizes that there isn't an outline. She says, "Well, I wasn't great. I was very confused, angry, concerned. I'm not sure. She like gestures to her hair. I think I actually felt it changing. I was very stressful."
She pulls you in slightly for like a very maternal hug. So she her hand is at the kind of the base, like the base of your skull, where your skull meets your neck, and she's like scratching you. It's just like, not, that sounds really weird, but like trying to like comfort you.
Yeah,
she pulls you into this hug, and you can hear her as she's just repeating like this phrase, "Oh, Lorelei," and she's trying to like comfort you. And after a few seconds, she pulls back. She's, he's taken something from you. This man's taken something from you. Do you think you could take it back?
Possibly. So she's getting very like nervous. I think so. Well, I actually have no idea. But I'd like to think so.
I think it's not. He's taken something from you. He hasn't taken you from yourself. You're still still who you are. Yeah, you're still. And if anything, well, you're more than you were last time we saw you. Now, you've grown so much, not just into yourself. You've brought down these friends with you. You've been traveling with them for months. There, they seem very well. Some of them seem nearer and dearer to you than others. And she kind of like raises her eyebrow a little bit. And just at that point, I'm gonna have to go and fucking sort the dog out. I'm really sorry. She's gonna bark in the back like a knobhead. I'll be back in 2 minutes. So let's cut back to the table, and you guys can RP there. I'll be back in 1 minute.
Do you think Wolf is like saddening on us?
Maybe. She gave me a look when she I think Laffy would like be very wary of what Wolf's dad is listening to. She gave me a look before she left. I think she's telling her mum, and I'm really nervous because this is very new to me.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's gonna be fine.
Uh-huh. I heard a dog on the way here, and I really want to meet the dog, because that would help with my stress quite a lot.
Yes, the dog would be cute to meet.
Did you just do a Rusty impression?
I did do a Rusty impression. How is it?
It's not bad.
Yeah.
I chased a chicken around.
You did chase a chicken around. Did you catch it?
No, it got away.
Oh. Maybe the chicken doesn't like to be chased.
But it was fun to chase it.
Hey Lou, are you feeling any better? You seemed really...
The Discord
fucked
shit itself.
Oh.
Looking back.
Sorry, can you repeat what you said, laughing?
Yeah, it was, hey Lou, are you feeling any better? You seemed really stressed yesterday.
Yeah, I still am. The idea of meeting other people's parents, it's kind of new to me. I don't
Yeah,
have
me
the
too.
best relationship with mine.
I don't have any. So, yeah, it's kind of weird.
Question, and I don't mean to sound insensitive, but do you have a belly button?
A what?
You know, when babies are born,
Oh.
they're connected through like this cord to the mother, but I assume you were like came from the stars and stuff.
I imagine this is a question for James. I imagine Laffy has a belly button because she's appearing as like an elf. So I imagine that she has one. But I mean, she can't really check because she's wearing a dress. But I assume she'd know that she has a belly button. I think he's muted. So
Yeah,
yeah,
Well,
it's me,
you
because my
could
dog was
still-
scratching really
Yeah.
Wait,
aggressively.
wait. You could still check if you have a belly button by just like feeling
Feeling
over
through the dress.
That
general.
is true, yeah.
okay.
I mean, you've also like had chance to. I don't know. I don't say stand naked in front of mirrors, but you
No,
will
but
have
I'm
had-
assuming
Well,
Laffy has a
Wolf
no,
know
belly
if
button.
Laffy had a belly button.
Yeah, Wolf's not here though.
I know.
We must know.
This is the question: like, can you roll for innie or outie?
Oh, Jesus.
Oh no!
Oh god damn it!
By the way, James, you missed my flawless Rusty impression.
It was great.
Yeah.
Just stick your tongue out between your teeth and speak slightly higher. It's dead
pretty
easy.
much, yeah.
Yeah.
What's Wolf's last name again? How do you pronounce it? 'Cause I was gonna
Oh,
say...
you wasn't even listening to your mum and dad's last name. Ooh,
No, I was
awkward.
gonna say Aurelis, but it's not Aurelis. That's Cassian's last name.
Amorous.
Yeah.
Amaris, that's it.
It's just
Bloody hell, you love
brilliant.
A's and C's, don't you?
I
Jesus.
do.
Mr. Amaris.
Sorry, yes.
Wow. Okay.
He's
I'm
drunk.
sorry,
Avoid.
sorry,
drunk.
Mr. Amorous was my dad's name. You can call me Noah.
Okay. Noah. She's very awkward about it.
I don't know. Maybe Mr. Amorous.
I heard a dog on the way in. I'm assuming it's your dog,
Oh yes. He's Jasper's about somewhere.
Jasper. That's his name. Okay. Does he come if you call him?
Well, he's a working dog, so he's probably out looking after some of them, but he will be back at food time soon. He'll be back.
He was on the way in. He was shouting at some birds. It was quite funny.
Shouting
won't-
at birds.
Yeah, I won't repeat what he was saying. It was
He's looking at you as if you're mad.
I can speak with
I guess
animals.
the person who can transform into various animals.
yes, sorry.
master
Of course, I suppose
understanding
that
of
makes
fucking
sense, doesn't it?
dog.
Yes. It
He's
was.
drunk.
Yes, it was.
If
it
you
was-
need me to talk to any of your animals, I can. I don't know why you would need that, but the offer's there.
It's almost like a customer services feedback,
Yeah.
like a survey. I don't know actually. I don't know if I would like to know what the animals think of me. I suppose it would be quite funny. It'd be nice to know what Jasper thinks. Where is he? He usually is around about this time. And like as he says that conveniently, because I'd forgotten he existed. This like Heinz 57 dog, like all flavors, all varieties, comes like trotting over the hill. You know, it's like one ear.
Daxter's doing sound effects for you.
Yeah. And one ear is pointy and up, the other ear is like kind of like it doesn't look like the same ear. Like it's just like a little bit floppier, a bit more round at the edge. Like one eye almost like white blue, the other eye brown.
Aw.
You know, like a bit of a hound look to it.
Yeah.
Lots of different colours, just like a proper mongrel dog. Just like scampers up and like starts sniffing around the table,
I'm
looking
gonna
for
do
food.
animal handling.
I mean, he's really happy to see everyone. I mean, yeah, he sees
Oh.
people sitting around. What did you roll for animal handling?
6.
Oh, he
Can I have
mean,
advantage because
from
I'm special?
You've got hero points. You do start with advantage, remember?
Oh no. Yeah, I'll try that again.
Okay.
22.
Yeah, because you start like scratching behind the ear, accidentally poke him in the eye, or almost accidentally poke him in the eye. But like you save it and you get the good spot. You know, good
where the
spot.
leg starts going.
Yeah, and he's like his tail's wagging, and he's like, you think he's trying to like climb up onto your lap, and
I
then
let
you
him.
realize, oh no, he's after the cheese.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like, don't let him. Oh, ooh, he's sleeping outside tonight. But let's cut back to Wolf and the mother because that is where we got interrupted when my dog was being an a-hole. Apologies. So she's giving you this as much as she can, and it's a little bit awkward for her. This hug of she's not like a super emotional woman. Like it's quite like she's. I don't want to say stunted is not fair or the right word, but she's reserved. Sorry, that's the word. She's very stoic. But this is, she's clearly quite. And this is like the main thing she had in common with you, and the main thing you had in common with her, and that's been stolen away. And she just gives you this kind of this long hug, and she kind of like holds your head, and she's like a few inches taller. She just gives you a kiss, like a very like soft kiss on the forehead, and she goes, "If there's anything we can do to help, you stay here as long as you want. It sounds like you've really been through the ringer."
I think I don't remember exactly what it was, but the last thing she said was something like mentioning the group.
Oh yes.
Yes.
So she says, whether it's wonderful you've finally made some friends. Yours you were so quiet as a child, and it's hard to see you spending so much time by yourself. It's wonderful.
Well, I didn't really have a choice most of the time.
Well, there are.
But when I'm not able to stand up because I'm bedridden, I don't really have a choice to go outside.
No, I know, but
but
no,
I mean, she's probably pretty insightful, and Wolf's not good at hiding things. She's clearly very nervous about the next thing she wants to say, and is like, so very close to herself, and sort of like, I don't know if they say like tapping her foot, but like, doing all those nervous like ticks and things.
You're not dating the squirrel man, are you?
No.
Okay, for you.
Not dating the squirrel man.
No. Well,
He's a
if
trash
you found
panda,
someone,
which arguably is worse, but
if there's someone you've met, is it one of them? Is it one of the ones that is staying in the inn?
She's like biting her nails. Well, the Laffy.
The elven girl.
The
one who brought the flowers.
Yeah.
Oh well.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not surprised. She seems a lovely girl. I can tell you were very taken with her.
Well, yeah, we've been together, I guess, for a bit.
That's wonderful. She's like got this look of like almost confusion. Is there something you're not telling me, or something I need to know? No,
I just didn't think you'd react so normally.
Why? I'm just happy to see you're happy.
I was like on the verge of crying.
Okay, come on. And she kind of gives the big hug. She pats you on the head a little bit. It's okay, and she like pulls your arms up around her. Like I imagine, like most of the time, Lorelei is the hugged, not the hugger.
I mean, depending on the person, she will,
But so she wraps your arms around her and gives you a big hug. Says, "We're just happy you're happy.
Okay.
Just happy you're happy." And then she goes, and I if it helps, she's a lovely girl. She picked just the right flowers, so you can tell her that we like her very much. And if the pair of you are happy together, then that's wonderful. It's just good that
# supportive mother. I love this.
Well, no, because I was actually saying to Ashley, like, I was wondering like what. Whether they would be like, oh, a woman, kind of, and I was like, no, fuck it, it's my world. No one's homophobic, screw it. And so I can just make that a thing. It's like a hand wave it away.
I like that.
Yeah, and so and she's speaking. And she takes my hand. She says, I know that there's other ways we normally talk and other ways we normally share news, but you don't have to be worried about coming to me and telling me things. You understand?
Yeah, I understand.
Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
And I think, like, uncharacteristically, Wolf would, like, Lorelei would, like, move her hands and properly hug her.
Okay. There we go. Yes. If you can stay here for as long as you like, and as long as you like, until you've not found your feet again. But
it's just been a lot, and I don't want to get into it because I will start crying. But
it's okay. You can cry here. You can't cry here. You can't cry anywhere.
Yeah. I've just been very stressed, and
she's as you say that she's gonna keep you in like a side hug, and move you kind of completely out of sight of the table, like so the people on the table can't see you at all, and like sit down. So we got this view of the fields that are rolling down towards this river, and there's she kind of brings you in, so you've got your head on her shoulder. She puts her head on your head and with her arm around you, and she's holding your hand. As you know, she's just mumbling, I don't want to say platitudinal nonsense, but reassuring stuff. That and after a little while, as she stops talking, she's just like humming a little tune. That you would remember as one of the tunes that she used to sing to you when you were young. She just kind of sits there for a while, and she goes, we don't have to call Ingrid back just now. If there's anything else you want to tell me, I know she'll be excited to see. Well, I think she'll be excited to see you. It's been a long time.
I'm more nervous to meet her than I was to see you guys. I feel like I'm just meeting a new person.
You're meeting a woman.
Yeah. Dad was saying how much she had changed, and of course she has. It's been too. I'm sorry.
It's okay. You've been away. You've been doing important things. You've been looking after people. We're always so proud when we talk about you to our friends in the inn. We talk about you to the other farms, saying how our little Oz she's out there. She's in Havenall Oil. She's in the city. She's out there. She's keeping people safe. She's keeping an eye on all the things that can go wrong, and making sure that that people are safe from all that weird necromantic energy that's out there still. And now you've come back. You told us all these amazing stories of your adventures. We're so proud. We are so proud.
Thank you.
And she just kind of sits there for a few more minutes, with you. And there's and then Ingrid's cantering around in the background, at the bottom of there with this horse, doing something. She says, "What would you like me to say to her?"
I'm not sure. I don't know. Laffy did bring her flowers as well, but they're still at the somewhere over there. It's fine. No,
she was a flower girl. I don't see her playing with flowers anymore.
Well, just
can't hurt, can it?
I didn't know. I don't know. Just I don't know what she's like. So
she's like your father. Very outgoing, very full of life. She stands.
I want to meet her properly.
Well, she stands up and she says, "Well, I think, she stands up and she looks down at the valley, and she presumably, psychically, texts her, "Hey yo, check your Snapchat."
Speaking of Snapchat, check your
I'll check. That's not
okay, cool.
And she yells down to. She fucking yells down. She doesn't yell down. Ingrid. She sends a message down, and the frolicking stops as there's this pause of 10 to 12 to 15 seconds that goes on between them, and then Maria turns around to your mother, turns around, she says, well, I've told her that you're here. She couldn't quite believe it. She'll be up as soon as she can. Do you want to meet her here? Do you want to meet her at the table?
I think I'll sit here for a minute.
Okay. Well, I'll go down and just you gather yourself. I'll tell her. Yes, she knows you're excited to see her. And so you can the horse is cantering up, and Maria kind of walks down a little bit further. But cutting back to the table. You're all on your third glass of relatively strong wine now. Lorelei and her mother have gone out of sight, presumably to find the daughter. The sister. The dad doesn't seem bothered or alert in any way. The Jasper the dog is firmly sat on his feet, just by his feet, and it's just done that thing that dogs do where they immediately fall asleep. It's great. And then out of just as the sun starts on its sort of downward arc, so it's about 5-6 in the afternoon now. So you've been around the table for an hour, or so, maybe 2 hours or so, and the day is slowly drawing to a close, and it's gone from this golden to this reddish pink almost in the sky as the sun starts to dip. The dad is getting a little bit more lubricated, and has started telling, I say, the not unsavory, but the sort of risque jokes. Some very old ones. He's asking, he blatantly just turns around to Kudo and to Lou, so have you ever killed anyone?
Fucking hell.
Yes.
Oh, wow! What happened?
They died.
Wow.
We were ambushed by a pair of cultists while we were walking down the street, and she's basically going to retell the story of when the Dragonborn ambushed them in the middle of the street.
This is a question. Is it the first or the second time? Because the first time was relatively normal. The second time it was bad.
Yeah,
the first time
the one
it was
that was
the
just
monks, the
before
second time it was
the fight with that. What was it? Died with that monk.
So the fight with the monk was inside. So if you're talking about the
I
fight...
mean the fight before that, just before.
So there was ones with fire paladins and ice monks, but there was also one before that with ice monks. And
so the ice monks were the scrubs, so you guys just mopped the floor with.
Yeah.
The fire ones were the paladins who caused no small end of issues because they fucking obliterated one of you.
And the one werewolf was pierced, so she literally killed people.
Yeah. So he's asking, and he's at first he was asking. It's almost like asking a soldier, if you ever killed anyone, and they're like, well, unfortunately, yeah, of course I have. And he's he wants details, but when you give them to him, he's he almost immediately regrets asking. Because it's probably not a nice thing to ask somebody. And so he looks at Laffy, and it's and are you a warrior too?
I kind of just try and keep everybody up and healthy. But I definitely had my fair share of fights.
Oh, okay. And what did you turn into, a panther or bear? Wolf?
I don't really use my wild shape to fight. It's I can do this really cool thing where I bring down a beam of moonlight, and it
even in the day.
Mm-hmm.
How does that work?
I'm not sure. Maybe it has something to do with the sister thing.
The sister thing?
Immediately, I think she'd have a look on her face oh shit.
Have you got sisters too?
Yes.
Oh.
It's a whole pack.
Oh, well, I know you mentioned you didn't have parents, so... you start looking at your belly button. So okay, well, wonderful. I mean, if it's like a family thing, that must be really interesting. Wow. And he turns his look to Rusty. And what about? I bet you are getting into all sorts of trouble all the time, aren't you?
Yes,
and
buff.
He's like, no, I'm a good boy. And he's like, well, really? We've got some kobolds around here, you know. And Rusty's like, oh yeah. Well, that's why it was when Laws first came up, I was a bit jumpy because, if I'm being honest, they're being a bit of a pain at the minute. There's like he looks at Rusty and he starts saying a word. He starts saying a word that he like catches himself off with. There's a group of them that have decided that they're going to be brigands and bandits, and they have started like trying waylaying travelers on the road. And we're not fighters. We're
Well, you need not worry about Rusty. He's great, aren't you, Rusty?
Yes. Well,
I can promise you, he means no harm. He's quite wonderful.
Quite wonderful. He's like, I can't say his tail's wagging.
Yeah.
But like, his legs are swinging, and he's like doing that thing that people do when they eat something really tasty, like, like that. And he's like looking at him and goes, "Oh, well, okay. I mean, yeah, okay. I believe you. Yeah, no, any friend. Well, Laurie, she was always, really straight and narrow. I don't think she'd be, one to associate with wrong uns, But yeah, so can you, little Master Kobold, can you handle yourself in a fight?" And he nods and goes, "That's going. Are you looking after Lorelei, or is she looking after you?" And he shrugs and goes, a bit of both. And it's like, oh, okay. But yeah, so at this point we're going to cut back to this is a lot of jumping back and forth to it's all right, no, it's fine. To Lorelei and Maria. So you kind of like sat down and had a minute, like an uninterrupted, unimpeded, like solitary minute, which doesn't sound like a lot, but if you think about it, you probably haven't had a single solitary minute to yourself in a while. Like when you haven't
looking over at like the view, it's just breathing.
Yeah, because like most of the time when you are considered like in inverted commas alone, you're actually not alone. You've been with Laffy, and that that's great and all. Like it's really good to be with a partner, but like I'm a big fan of when I get home and I've had a really stressful time being where I've been. Like I pull up in the car and I have just like 2 minutes in the car.
Yeah,
and it's like that like solitary, like that just by yourself is quite healing. It's good for the soul. So you've got this moment then you can see that your mum has just walked down the hill a little bit, and the horse is like tearing ass up the hill towards her. Your sister is on it. At first she's like shaded and shadowed, and you can't make out detail. And the horse is galloping up, and as you blink away some of the moisture that's gathered in your eyes, and you get a better look at. You can see that she's this beautiful young girl is on the back of this horse, and she's tall. She's not as tall as you. She's about half a foot taller than Laffy though. So she's about 5.5 foot tall. She's got well, if you want to post a picture into general, but she's got like kind of strawberry blonde hair. Face wise, she is less elven than both your dad and your mum. Like she looks more human than the pair of them, but the features are all the same, if that makes sense. So like imagine if you like took all the elf makeup off of Orlando Bloom, but she's the features are still there. Her eyes are a significantly different color than yours. They're like got like a greenness to them where you're more blue. Oh, there's a picture there. And there's like streaks of white in her hair, but it's like not like with age, it's like a silveriness there that like glint in the sunlight. She's in the not quite prime, but she's growing into like the fruit of her life. Very beautiful. She comes down, she clatters on. She's riding the horse bareback. No, she can't because of what I'm about to describe. She's got a saddle on the horse, and as she approaches your mum, she does that really cool thing where she like hops off it, like 1 foot's the horse, and then like hops off and like almost collides with her mother, who deftly steps out of the way. The horse canters around in a circle and then T-poses in the corner. I don't fucking know.
The horse T-pose.
I don't care.
That's
the horse.
scary.
The horse does something. The horse goes
That'd be
away.
terrifying.
The horse just becomes like like an actual toy in the corner and doesn't move out again until we refer to it again. The girl runs up and grabs her mum's hand. Like she's looking really excited, and she looks over to you. And like she's got this light of excitement in her eyes as she's like presumably having a conversation with her mother in her head. And she looks across at you. What does she see when she looks at you?
Probably Wolf's still sitting down. Sorry, Lorelei's still sitting down. She's probably just looking at this scene and like just gently smiling. It's just seeing this scene that she's not seen Ingrid in years, and just and like this, she's just happy, content.
Okay. Are you getting up to meet her?
I think she would start standing up. Yeah. Start like moving down the hill.
Okay. As you stand up, say this girl like starts walking towards you and then speeds up slightly like she's gonna run, and then like considers, and for a moment you see the face of like the young girl that was probably quite upset to see you go several years ago. There's this confluence of emotions, this like the excitement to have a sister back, the probably a little bit of resentment and abandonment and like anger that she'd been kind of not abandoned, but that you've been gone for so long. And I mean, I know you send letters. How often are you sending letters?
I think when she gets the chance, probably like once every, I don't want to say too often, like maybe 2-3 months.
Okay. Oh right.
Not often. Maybe slightly longer. Maybe like 4 months or so. So it's like 4 a year.
Okay.
Or 3 a year. Sorry.
So like Christmas, whatever fucking Christmas, Candlemas, birthday,
Jesus.
and then your birthday is almost midsummer anyway. So Candlemas, birthday, and then like her birthday, let's say.
So, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Okay, cool. And I will say, for the sake of argument, her birthday is like a few months away. It's fine. It's she like runs up. And she's walking. She slows down. She speeds up. She's really conflicted. And she's like playing with her hair, and she's covered in sand and water and dirt, and like fingernails are filthy. She's got like crap smeared on her face. She's been out playing with a horse. She's like, this is not what she was expecting. Her clothes are ragged, are torn, like scuffed. She's wearing like, there's a massive hole like in the thigh of her jeans, and it's just flapping away. But she's not bothered about it. She's looking at you, and then like you stand up, and then she just like bolts towards you, and like almost like fucking Goldberg spears you in a hug.
Oh, he's like a save.
Yeah, well, not quite that bad, but like she just runs into you, and like in fact, yeah, let's see. Let's see contested strength, because
strength
to the floor, but she is gonna try. Like she may knock you to the floor.
Is it just basic strength?
Just like strength around legs.
Let's say.
Oof. You are on your arse. She like hits you, wins you, hits you on the floor, and hasn't let it go. And like you smell this, these real evocative smell. Like the smell of family. Like everyone has a unique smell. Hers is a lot lighter and more flowery than your parents'. It's changed from when she was a kid, but like the center of it, I don't want to say odor, but the center of the core of the smell memory is still there. And now it's like there's an element of like sweat and mud and sand and salt and horse is there, and it's like this earthy smell that kind of like waves over as she's just squeezing you. And like she hasn't said anything yet, and she's like, if you speak, she squeezes harder.
I can't breathe.
You're gonna take the hook until I say you take the hook.
Ow.
And then she like lets go and sits up on her knees. Gatla. And then she like slaps you on the leg quite hard.
Ow.
It's like, why is it taking you so long to come back?
Sorry.
I can't go to the city and mum and dad won't come. Slap.
Ow. It's been a lot. I'm sorry.
No, don't be sorry. It's fine. Oh, it's just been too long. I've not seen you in what seems like forever. Last time you seemed like if you shrunk.
No, you've grown.
I probably have a little bit.
You've grown a lot.
How long are you here for?
I'm not sure.
You staying in your old room or you staying in my room?
Why would I stay in your room?
Well, I don't know. I thought you might want to talk.
Yeah, what? Huh?
What's,
I think I'm still confused.
Okay, she like pushes herself to her feet and she puts her hand out for you to grab her hand.
Grabs it.
Yeah,
Stands up.
her hands are quite calloused.
Mhm.
I'm gonna imagine she's actually probably physically as strong as you, even though she's
stronger. I would
stronger.
say.
Yeah,
It's not even close.
Yeah, she looks like she does a lot of, like wrangling horses and stuff. Her hands are like not pitted, but like she's got like rough bits on her hands and skin is cracked a little bit. And then it's like healed over, and she pulls you to her feet, and then she goes, "Oh, I've missed you so much," and she gives you a big hug, and she goes, "Mum says she brought friends.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know you had friends."
It's new for me.
Yeah. Are they
Yeah.
cool?
I think so.
There's like a look on her face. Can you make an insight check?
Yeah. My passive insight is 16.
Oh, okay. With your passive insight of 16, the look on her face says that if you think these people are cool, they almost certainly are the uncoolest people that she can come to. And she goes, "Well, I think I'll have to
listen. One of them is a raccoon man.
like a superhero who dresses up like a raccoon."
No, he's a raccoon man.
Like half
picture
man,
a
half raccoon.
Picture a raccoon,
Yeah.
but standing on two legs that uses a sword and wears armor.
Oh,
He's a
that is
raccoon
actually
man.
quite cool.
And one of them can turn into animals and speak to animals, and is really good at healing. And doesn't matter. One of them's very good at being quiet. And one of them's a lizard man.
The coolest feature ever. Good at being quiet.
one of them's good at eating bread and being quiet.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. One of them's a lizard man. Okay.
You know, I like Kobold, but he's really cool.
He's not. Okay.
No, trust me. He would only hurt a fly if he hurt one of us. If it hurt one of us.
Okay. Can I say hello?
Yeah, of course.
Okay. As you like turn to walk away, she just grabs your hand and won't let go, and she's like walking along. And like it's awkward at first because her hand is much bigger than it was last time.
Mm-hmm.
But she's like walking, and then like she's getting ahead of you a little bit.
And sort of
pulling you.
as she's like pulling me along, I would say, Ingrid, is this Ellie?
The horse, yeah, that's Ellie. You can't believe you remember her.
Well, you write about her.
Yeah, but I didn't know we have like other horses.
Well, you always said she was the one you.
Yeah,
usually.
She's the best one. She's the fastest.
She's like looking up the horse, and just
The horse is. I mean, I don't spend an awful lot of time disinterested.
Yeah.
Like it looks for you. It doesn't see apples or sugar lumps. Next.
Okay.
It's more interested in Ellie. In Ingrid, who it does nuzzle. And she like pats it, and then. I don't fucking
Discord
know.
died again.
So
It's fine.
she lets it into its paddock as she walks past it, and I'll sort him out later. I'll sort her out later. She'll be fine. And she crests over, and she goes, right, okay. She comes to this little rise, and the mum is like behind you, like 20-25 feet behind, just kind of watching you pair interact. And she's got your hand so she's got your right hand with her right hand, and her left arm wrapped around your arm. If you can imagine that. So she's I'll use the phrase "dear life," and that's how she's holding on for. And she comes around the corner, and she sees there's a raccoon man, there's the kobold in the suit. Yeah.
So the one that's like I think eating all the bread is the quiet one.
Right.
And then the other one is the one that can heal and talk to animals and turn into animals.
Well, the animal thing's really cool.
Mhm.
I've been
She's
trying
very
to.
cool.
I've been trying to turn in. Like I've been, because you know, I don't want to be on the farm forever. I want to be an adventurer too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I can't talk to animals though.
Well, maybe she could help.
Maybe. What are their names? And she like
So,
points.
the raccoon man's called Kudo.
Okay.
The kobold's called Rusty.
Mm-hmm.
The one eating bread is Lou.
The blonde. Karen.
You can't say they're blonde. Both
The
Laffy and
blonde
Lou.
Karen. She's got Karen.
Yeah.
face.
Yeah, the one eating bread sitting next to Dad is Lou. And then the other one, the one with the really long blonde hair and the dress is Laffy.
Okay. Laughing. Okay. And Mum said there were some other ones too, but they're not here.
They're not here right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll get to meet them.
I hope so.
Okay. And have you like fought giants and stuff?
We not fought a giant. We fought a large plant
Okay.
and werewolves.
Oh. The werewolves is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And how did that go?
Well, I've got a scar to prove it.
Okay.
Is
Is that when you? Because it sounds like the plant thing doesn't sound very.
No,
cool.
the plant was taller than the house.
Oh, it's like a tree.
No, it was like a massive. It had like a bulb, and it had like these weird like plant tentacles, and it really hurt.
The plant really hurt. She's looking up at you, these like big wide eyes, like. Tell me more about the plant.
It's fine. Well, there was the werewolves. There was this massive thing that burrowed in the ground.
What, like a giant badger?
Sort of, but it was covered in armor and plating, and it hurt a lot. It was about like 10 feet long, and it hurt.
Well, I'm sure maybe the others will tell it better. But okay, let's go meet them. And she's like going to pull you towards the table. She's going to sit. I don't think she would take your seat. I think she's going to like sit down, find a place where two people can sit down. Unless you're like pulling towards Laffy.
No.
Okay, so she's going to sit down then opposite Laffy, next to Rusty. And like she's like glaring at him a little bit, and he's glaring back at her. But like they're ostensibly like the same age, like in terms of their growth and maturity. And it's very much like when you put like two young teenagers next to each other, and like they're like ugh, like you know, not that hatred, just like ugh.
Ingrid, he's really cool.
Can you roll a deception check, please?
No, I will not.
James!
I will not be rolling a fucking deception check.
I mean, cool would not be the word I describe for Rusty.
There was a
Well,
fight
I'm
in
Sweetheart.
so
Sweetheart, yes.
he's very
cool,
strong.
He's very strong.
He is
He's
very fucking cool. Thank
Okay.
you very much.
So he's there. She's like glaring at him, and like she thinks he's sticking his tongue out at her, and so she sticks his tongue out back at him, and like it's latched onto you like a fucking manta ray. As this, and you know, conversation slowly comes up again around certain things. But before we end, we need to talk about the rest of the level up, because we did like two people and then I forgot about it. No, we did Kudo, and we did we do Laffy? No, we did.
No.
Oh, we did Kudo. Okay, so let's do the rest of you now before we end, because we are going to have to answer these questions. I'm dying on my ass here. Wolf, Lorelei, lollipops.
Stop.
What is it that Bloodhunters get at 7th level?
Well,
I ask because I do not know.
7th level is a subclass ability.
Okay.
But for my health, I rolled a 6, so I now have 75 health, which is
Okay.
insane. But at 7th level, I get the feature is called Beast of the Night, where I get some dark vision all the time, and 10 feet of blind sight.
Okay.
I also have advantage on some checks made during the night or in darkness, and creatures within dim light or darkness have disadvantage against my blood curses.
Okay, that's cool. That hasn't
I
really
think
come up yet much, but
because I just haven't used them.
Yeah.
And then I think the last thing is I got a second Crimson Rite, which is like I probably won't be using it because usually I use the Midnight one. I use the Fire one once, but I've also taken Rite of the Frozen, which is cold damage.
Okay, yeah. I weirdly with the Blood one, I think like it's overstacked with options a bit at the end. He's like, oh, well, fucking hell, which one do I use?
Most subclasses, there's only like one subclass that gets a special rite, which is usually Ghost Slayer or Ghost, whatever it's called. But my one gets that as well, so that's why I've been using that. But obviously, usually you get one, then another one, and then I think a third. But obviously, they all have different uses. But right now, my one is just the best one.
I think the Ghost Slayer one is the good one.
It is the best, like basically the best.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Laffy, what happened to you at 7th level?
I didn't really get a whole lot. I got level 4 spells.
Yeah.
4th
Well,
level
as a
spells, sorry.
spellcaster, that is so you get stuff on the even levels where marshals get it on the odd.
Yeah.
To keep your power in check.
So I took. Let me remember what it's called. Ice Storm.
Ice Storm. Remember, you can change that every day, right? You don't have to pick it now. You can literally every time you go to bed, you can change that spell.
You can wake up and it's a different one.
Yeah, and that's why clerics and druids and paladins and wizards can be difficult to fight, because one day they'd be like, oh, I'm doing all fire damage, so the DM will be like, right, cool, fire giant, and the next day like, fuck you, force damage.
Is it also artificer, but no.
I know, no one's worried about artificers.
It's always to defend himself.
Yeah, it's nice to defend. So I think that's was score 1 for the people who are artificers. Yeah, it's it's a vote, and we would fuck those guys. And last and certainly not least is Lou. What happens to Lou at 7th? Because rogues get cool shit.
Can he dodge? So if you throw a fireball my way, I can just say fuck you. No, you don't.
Evasion.
Well, not quite, but I don't suffer damage if I succeed.
Yeah, and you automatically get half damage.
Doesn't your thing go up?
Your sneak attack's another dice, yeah. 4d6.
Oh yeah, I haven't noticed that. So I now do 4d6 sneak attack damage.
And you also do 2d6 with your other one now, right?
Yeah.
Or is it always 2d6?
If I ever get to use it.
You used it once or twice.
Yeah, you used it a few times.
I have used it a total of 2 times.
Yeah, there you go. And you, but yeah, so the rogue does more. What did Rusty get at 7th? I can't remember what happened to champions at 7th.
Nothing.
Good question.
I think he might get another fighting style.
No, he
Or
got the
Dominable.
Royal Envoy thing.
Oh, because we made a purple dragon knight.
Yeah.
Oh, of course, right. Okay, so Rusty.
Oh, that's the fun one, actually, isn't it?
Okay, so Rusty.
Well, relative.
This is good. So I mean, for him, it does mean his crit range is reduced, but he gets other things as well. So do you want to just catch us up on what happens to Rusty now? Because I actually have never. I've always looked at Purple Dragon Knight and looked at it and thought, oh, this is awful, and not.
I think it's awful if you're just playing it because
he's like a sidekick. It doesn't really matter.
He gains proficiency in persuasion.
Oh, that's so cute. That's him handing flowers to people.
And he also gets hang on, it says if you're already proficient in it, you gain proficiency in one of the following: animal handling, insight, intimidation, or performance. And I went for insight because he's getting to be a very intelligent little dude, and I feel like insight is probably best because it means he picks up on more things. And I couldn't think of what else that could be useful because I was going to do intimidation, but it just didn't fit.
Well, see, I would. It's up to you guys to stack him out. Intimidation could be because now we've changed him to Dragonborn. He has like Dragon's Breath now, so he could do that. He could I imagine if it ever comes up that he's got like a frill, almost like like how lizards,
like a bearded dragon.
Yeah, like a bearded dragon almost. He could. I mean, it's up to you. The problem is when it's in fight, you take over. When it's RP, it's me, and I have no idea what his stats are, so I just play him as like one eye on the door, one eye on the sky, kind of like nothing going on behind the eyes. But that's fine. That's completely up to you guys what you want. And like the persuasion checks and stuff, it would almost certainly fall to you guys to make those before Rusty did.
Yeah.
But that's completely up to you. But yeah, that's nice. Okay, and we will presumably find out what happens with Aeon. I don't know if artificers get anything good at all.
They never do.
And even though I was there for the build of the witch class, I have no idea what happens at 7th level. I assume 4th level spells. But I
don't know if she's a half. I actually have literally no idea.
She can't be a half caster because she.
Actually, no, she has the height. Yes,
so it must be full caster. But I know when I built it initially, there was a familiar at 1 level.
I think that's just completely gone. So.
Yeah, I think that's a shame. I think she okay.
Yeah. I'm not going to go into that.
No. But yeah, okay, wonderful. So you sat around this table. You're discussing. You some of you feel that you've got access to more powerful spells. Rusty has figured out that if he hands flowers to people, that opens doors to him. Lou, you've just figured out that if you cartwheel out of the way of fireballs, you're more likely to not get hurt. And you know how to twist the knife a little bit more. Kudo, you've got your sentinel ability, and Wolf, your practice.
I ate my carrots.
You ate your carrot. You finally ate a piece of fresh vegetable, and immediately you can see in the dark. And if you close your eyes, you can echolocate. Because I don't. You shake your hair, and you L'Oreal it, and the vibrations come back.
No, I Lorelei it.
Lorelei, yeah. But yeah, so wonderful. You sat at the table. After a while, Noah and Maria leave for a short while, come back with more food. They've broken out some of the stores because they weren't expecting all these people here. Tomorrow, perhaps you may have to assist with food, or at least bring it in a little bit because there's a lot of people, a lot of mouths to feed. But for now, you've sat at the table. You're having your 4th or 5th glass of wine, and so after a short while, the sun begins to dip down. Ingrid starts to yawn. You've had your catch up with her. She's introduced you. She's at first being kind of antagonistic with Rusty. They've found themselves as the only two not drinking. Probably have had a side conversation and decided they both BTS or whatever. I don't know.
James.
I don't know. They're into Red Velvet. I like Red Velvet. They're into Red Velvet. And so they have something to talk about. And she's telling them about all the farms. And then comes the conversation of where people are going to stay, because this house is not big.
Yeah.
This house could possibly squeeze in 2 or 3 more people. There is a barn, and it is clean and fine, and there are tents and stuff. It is a nice warm night. You could stay outside if you wanted. Lorelei, your bedroom is the bedroom of a teenager. You could fit yourself and one other person in it, and that would be cozy and a teeny bit cramped, but it would be fine. But presumably that person would be laughing. She's pocket sized anyway. It's fine.
Fun sized,
yeah. But yeah, so the conversation turns to sleeping arrangements, and so you have a few options. Laffy, I know at this level you can also do your hearth of something or something or other.
And shadow.
Yes, you can create a layman's tiny hut. You can make a tent for everyone to sleep in if you want.
Do I have to sleep in it?
I cannot remember. I would say yes. I would assume so.
I think so.
I can't imagine that you could set up and walk out of it, because it's like Lehman's tiny hut.
Well, not knowing that, I think she obviously.
You've never done it before either.
No. I mean, that's what I mean. So Wolf wouldn't know that, and I'm just trying to figure out, because obviously Maria knows. Wolf and Laffy, but I'm trying to figure out if she says it out loud to everyone. Well, I would like to stay in my room.
Mm-hmm.
And she's gives a slight look to laugh. If anyone's paying attention, they probably can see it. And there's probably space for another person. And it's probably not a big room. It's probably smaller than I remember. But I could be nice.
Ingrid says, I'll share with you, and then some of your friends can share in my room if you want. Oblivious.
I can't speak in people's heads. This is so annoying.
I could share a room with you if you want.
Wolf just
I'm
like,
climpering with Kudo's eyes.
Wolf just like hits her head on the table. Kudo, you know what I mean.
I don't know what you're speaking of.
I don't mind if you and Ingrid want to catch up and stuff. Trying to say it without giving it away completely. We could just stay in the barn.
If there is any.
The barn, yeah. The hands, they stay in the barn when they stay. It's clean, it's warm, it's safe, secure.
Can I try something?
Mhm.
So while I assume you were having Maria speak just then.
That would probably be Noah, actually.
Okay, so yeah, I think while they were having this conversation, Wolf would like look to her mother and just try and give like, because obviously she can't speak in people's heads, so it's annoying. But she's just like giving her a look and like gesturing very slightly towards laughing with her head or like with her eyes, just to be like, I'm trying to do something. I please.
Eyebrows.
Yeah, kind of.
Okay, so she like looks confused as she looks to Laffy, and Laffy, you hear in her head, she goes, I think Lorelei wants to stay in the barn, I'm not sure. You can reply to this message. You can't hear this conversation.
I did the thing everyone does.
The gloves on the other hand now, isn't it?
How the turntables.
I think she's hinting that she wants me to stay with her, but
Not before marriage. And it goes deathly like Sony.
So I feel like I feel like like you know that when like parents play a joke, I feel like Laffy would go like very like oh.
Well, we can. She looks at Ingrid, who like looks quite excited. She says, "Well, I'll let you sort out the specifics, but we can look to arrange more suitable sleeping arrangements tomorrow when we've had a bit of time to prepare the house, depending on how long you're staying for, of course. And what we'll do there, we'll fade to black there because I don't know." And I'm not bothered about the sleeping arrangement, and I need to go because my nose is collapsing in on me. But yeah, okay, cool. So you guys are all now at level 7. The least enthusiastic Final Fantasy fanfare you've ever heard.